But that's just me personally. And personally, I think with Quinn saying "will be there soon" and then me asking how soon and getting no reply and it being 30, my watch is dead. Why am I checking my watch? It's dead. We shall just begin, kind of pick up a bit for the clarity of it. Vox, I've given you Clive and Q.
I'm sure he would like
Well, that sounds like a him problem. And for now, Q, I've given you Brutus, so you also have access to the fighter that is Brutus, a battle master. This one here. Yeah.
Do I have Horo then?
I think you still have access to the sheet.
Oh boy.
Might be wrong. Yeah, you still have access to the sheet. So yeah, until
I always have access to a second caster.
Yeah, I'm about to say Alpha did level up to level 10 this morning, so you're in order, which is good.
Gotta love playing two characters in every single one of my campaigns at this point.
Hey,
you're just that gifted.
Exactly.
No, I'm just that fucking broken in my mind. I can have two personalities.
Well, you yourself and Irene are now here. So, what happened last week? Great question. Thank you, Matthew. You always know just what to ask. Last week, you made your way. You had a bit of a discussion about it. And you decided to make your way to Ataaz Muhahaha. Along the way, you saw some absolutely out of its depth, filthy, scaly, ugly looking lizard folk fighting two huge gorillions. And he's realised that you were also being stalked by some terrafolk. A little battle ensued over cliffs and bridge, and you took the lizard folk, known as Celtic, under your wing. You then came here. As you were given a little bit of information about the place from the guide, she watched as Aziri grabbed a big rock and dropped it off the huge bridge, 100 foot, down into the river. And in doing so, the statue in the middle of the bridge came to life. And so you decided and proceeded to see what happens if you throw a stone golem 100 foot off a bridge, like a big stone.
But I'm so happy that I was awake for that, because that's something a intelligence character would do.
To make it worse, it was Clive who Sparta kicked it off the bridge.
And the hilarity of it is that just as the over the table, the creature is immune to non-magical damage. So I guess you now have the the constant fear of just a random stone golem showing up at any given time.
Does it have the face of a snail?
It moves 30 foot, but we shall see. But
well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we made the jokes, Ribby. You contributed to them by clarifying. Oh no, it's Vox.
Not gonna lie. Last week and still today still a bit. I am mentally and physically absolutely exhausted. So I might be a little bit out of it.
Oh no, you hear that, guys? Ruby's not going to be 100% mentally there. In other news, Sky Blue.
It's worse this time,
In other news, Space Cold.
Well, no, the space isn't cold because there's no... Never mind.
The vacuum of space is freezing cold. And yous now stand here, ladies and gentlemen. on the bridge that is Ataaz Muhahaha. And the night has been setting. You got here quite late. Took you a few days, but you got here. I must ask, where are you next headed? On the Chiltern Peninsula.
I don't think we should sleep on the bridge in case that thing does find a way back here and traps us on it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 110% with you. Let's not, or you could, you know.
Well, they would have to climb pretty far. Like, I feel like this is the hardest place to get back to, because you would first have to get up a hill, and then get here, you know? Like,
I'm
if we go
pretty
anywhere
sure
else,
from
could just
here we
be
were
like-
going to the to Firewatch Point or whatever it's called.
We're going west, yeah.
Whilst that may have been the case, it's still always best to check to be safe.
Sounds good.
Yep. Then, see, I'm gonna write it on my map, not my map, my notes. To Firefinger, and that's gonna take us 7 days. From that, I got to do the math. God,
We
we
really
say
need to find a settlement where people actually live at some point.
Nuh-uh.
but yeah,
It'd be really funny if the soulmonger, is just in the big city and we've been in this jungle for no fucking reason.
that would be hilarious.
Like, we searched through half the jungle and like, you know, we're running low on supplies. We have found a lot of money. We're going back into the city just to, you know, restock and then re-engage. And it's like, hey, who is that? Oh, that's the soulmonger. He's been here the whole time. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Or how
Why
about
did
this?
you
The
tell us,
whole
Jim?
jungle itself is the soulmonger, and it's like a sentient, massive tree being. Just eats anyone that goes in there.
No, you know that the largest living creature on the earth being like a entire forest, basically? It's just that. The entire forest is one creature that is the soulmonger. And that's why we keep getting attacked by undead, that he keeps like activating against us.
I will say,
You
In
can
my
tell Joe was
eyes-
getting to us.
in my eyes, the funniest thing about the Soulmonger and how it has all the stuff, right? To me, the funniest thing is, oh, we cannot resurrect the dead. But undead, we have those in abundance.
So what I'm hearing is we should hire a necromancer as our safeguard.
See, 8, 10. 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8. Gotta figure out how long we're here because I know it's the latest contract ends soon.
Oh no.
Okay, then 5.
Only we had money. British can pay, it's fine.
So let me check here. I think I've got our final number. Oh god, this fucking calculator, Jesus Christ. Scientific, my ass. The only thing scientific about you is the fact you have sin cause tan. Okay.
Why are you tanning your calculator?
Just about white, you know?
You gotta make it a little yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, who would ever make such a joke? That's awful.
So, upon yourselves, you find a nice little place. I'll say, easy enough. You find a place to rest. It's far enough away that you feel safe from the walking death trap that is the giant statue. And upon your night's rest, gotta get us to a little place that Q has never been before.
Heaven.
Home?
What the fuck?
The bath. Don't worry, I can make all
Outside?
these jokes too.
His dad?
No, he's been there before.
I've been in my dad.
Yes.
That was 22 years ago.
Yeah, it's his uncle now.
Yeah.
Are we going to hell, Tom?
His uncle
Well-
has been in him. It's the other way around. Come on.
He's been inside his dad, but his uncle has been inside him, you know?
Yeah. Well, his dad is
No.
also inside him.
You know, I used to be a man trapped inside a woman's body.
And an altar boy, huh?
But then I was born.
Anyway, with Gort AI jokes aside, use set up camp for the night. As yous are setting up, is there anything anybody wishes to be doing during this particular long rest periods?
Hunting.
I'd like to. Celtic would go gathering herbs and shit.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything else?
Refill the water skins. Look for a place to heal or heal. Fill the water skins.
Yep. Then, as one man goes hunting, another creature goes looking for berries.
Claymore will go look for water.
Amber, you have company.
Okay.
No,
Nice.
opposite direction.
Amber, you no longer have company. But as you are heading on about, from Q and Vox, can I have survival checks? Well then.
It's okay.
From,
I survived.
sorry. From who?
From Q and
Oh, you and
Vox.
Fox, yeah.
Sweet. And then from Clive and Amber, you just want to go ahead and give me nature.
Nature. Oh boy, another 2.
It's going great. So, as you all branch on off, you all start hearing the whooshes and washes of Eldritch Blasts hunting seagulls around the area.
Hold
For
on, I
you-
don't know if that's right. Yes, it is right. It is Eldritch Blast.
For yourself, like, it's hard to concentrate with all of this, everything. You are going about your day, minding your own thing. It's hard now as you're hearing that. I don't know any noise that seagulls make, but they all do my fucking tits in. For Amber and Clive, as yous are going about your separate way, looking in, listening, trying to hunt for water. Comes. It goes. You think you found some. You haven't. And eventually, after straying for quite a bit, you know that there is that big river. The problem is that river is 100 foot off a cliff, and it makes it a bit hard for you to figure that one out, Amber. Because regardless of what you do at the bottom of that cliff, there's definitely surely death. And whilst you may get down, getting up. Oh. However, for Clive, as he goes off in the opposite direction, doing his own thing, enjoying his own little time, you soon come across a small little trickling, babbling brook. Not too bad. Seems quite clean. Get to a little source. So you are able to fill up all the canteens that you have. I'm assuming you have everybody's canteen. Was that yes or no?
I don't know if that really makes sense if two people are looking for water.
Because you went in different directions.
I feel like you would only
Well,
have
yes. So one person would have like half of the canteens, and then the other person the other half, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so Amber would have the devil's ones.
So I'm running it off the assumption that Amber is a cunt and only cares about herself.
Okay, yeah. No,
so therefore only takes like maybe hers and her friends. Whereas Icareth might try to get everybody else's. You know, your leader who gets you lost in places and leaves when things get tough, make bad decisions. You know, I try to get into your headspace as well, guys. I don't want to get into Vox's anymore. I have seen some things and it's taken me places, and therapy is expensive.
You're welcome.
Let's see, can Quinn give us an ETA? I wonder. Because I got crazy caught up in something. Gives me nothing. Nada. Not a ting. So, as Amber...
sounds like a long time.
As Amber takes all the tieflings to find nothing, and as Icareth takes everybody else's and find... Not Icareth, goddammit. Clive takes everybody else's and finds some water. Fills up the canteens. I'd say yous are all gone about an hour. As Aziri is tending to the fire. As yous all come back, food in hand and water in half the canteens, and absolutely no berries in hand. As Azirius, despite the running water, the seed game is not where it could be. We'll say that much for certain, and we'll blame the monkeys. They'll eat anything, clearly.
How many...
Speaking of someone that'll eat anything...
How many rations do I manage to catch? Or collect?
I'm going to say half as much for the party. So, 7 party members, going to call it 3. Ruby, you just lost Horrell.
Yay.
You can stop all that thinking you're doing that's clearly causing you issues.
Yeah, it's really hard.
But, as the night starts to come in, and the moon has risen up high, who dare text me at a time like this? Oh, it's just Ricky on Snapchat. I swear to God, if he says what I think. No, it's cool. Nice. Right.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can ask many questions, Tom.
Looking at this moon rising, is there any sign of more of those seagull people that fly and stalk us up in the sky? Like, silhouetted against the moonlight? The moon.
There doesn't seem to be any, no. You see like the odd little bird here and there, but they're close enough that you can make out their size, and that's probably a parrot, a macaw, a budgie, something like that. Nothing too big.
While out hunting, would I have heard like a stone golem approaching, or?
I think it'd be really hard for a stone golem to stealthily approach someone.
Yeah, that's why I would have heard it.
So, if one of them was approaching you, you would know. You're fine.
Perfect.
And now, Megan one ask, who's on watch one?
I'll do
The
it.
Claymore usually wants the first watch, so I guess Claymore and Azuri then.
Yep.
Watch two. Be who?
Amber.
Cool. Watch three.
That's Ishvarath.
Okay. Every
My
so.
thing hasn't loaded in yet, so
Don't worry. May take a moment. Don't worry though. Q, this happens every so often now. Used to be basically every other session. Only every so often now, but watches do be important. As you are taking that time, you all give it a night. Give it a bye, shall we say. And everybody who is not on a watch makes their way. I hate this toggle with a burning passion. They all make their ways towards bed. Here you go, Q. I knew I
Brutus, is it okay if Brutus stays up with Amber?
No.
Shush.
We don't get paid enough for that.
Okay, fine. That's alright.
Let's use. Take watch number one, Clive, Aziri. What would y'all? I do see Vox. Really, Vox? Really? Alright, I see how it is. Cool. Aziri, Clive, what is it you are doing at this moment in time? What are you up to, looking forward to?
Clive will be sharpening something, his dagger, I guess, or sword. No, but the sword is wrapped, so I guess sharpening his dagger or like maintaining his equipment.
Right, sharpening his dagger. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that what we call it nowadays?
Aziri, avert your eyes.
Dagger's too big. Aziri would be sort of keeping watch, but they're just intimacy using sign language to gossip with Clive about the new member of the party, what he thinks.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Don't stop now. I'm here for both herbal and verbal tea. Spell.
Oh no, you should just be asking him how he feels about the godless heathen.
Well, there's still time to convert him. He can fight. For now, it's okay.
Why
And
does
if
he sound
necessary, we
worried?
can always eat him.
No, I'm not eating him, but converting would be good. I suspect that he wouldn't want that.
To be converted or to be eaten?
Both. I mean, no one else seemed keen on you eating them.
Well, Ural was fine. And some of the other lizard folk were also fine.
I might not be fully aware, but I do think there is a slight difference between fine and indifferent.
Well, the monkeys were fine with it. And the snakes.
They've been killed already, and they're not quite as talkative.
Well, they didn't say anything against it.
Because they were dead.
Good. I don't like to eat people while they're alive.
No, just don't eat him unless he actually says yes. Okay.
I'll ask him on the
Sure,
morrow.
you can do that. I do think that we should look to try and show him that following Lathander is the right way. I mean, bad enough we
Yes.
have Brutus who's gone the wrong way, but
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Brutus has gone
Right.
the wrong way.
he's not following Lathander.
Brutus is gay. Oh, that's worse.
Do you think we should kick him out? Leave him behind?
It's not really our decision per se because we're not. Well, I have been paying him probably more than Amber, but it's only because it's like fair because he's been putting his weight. I do wonder how long he's gonna put up with not being paid by Amber.
You're having this zany conversation. Zuri, should you make a perception check, please?
I could try. Can't promise how good it's going to be. Normal. Yeah, I'm talking.
I cannot stress enough when I say
Claymore would have rolled better than that.
no. I cannot stress enough when I say I rolled at disadvantage because I'm technically rolling for a group, and I rolled a 6 and an 18. So, as you are having this little conversation, you hear a rustling in the bushes. This, well, I want to say clamour, followed by, you hear this, shh, 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 no, no, shh.
Is it bushes or trees?
Bushes, definitely bushes.
I stand up, pick up a large branch, throw it towards a noise, and then shout off my voice, "Fuck off, monkeys!"
You,
I think they're called people nowadays.
as you throw that, and you get you hear that riff, and I'm like, oh! I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna make a joke, but like, I would be we'd both be cancelled instantly.
Dude, I'll do it. Tell me the joke.
After Aziri yells at the monkeys, Claymore will get up and say, "But hey, hold on, we can eat them."
Oh my god!
Here,
You just hear, you hear through the entire bushes. You just hear a beep, like a beep.
oh god, no! I know what you're on about.
Yes, yes, yes.
We done that to Stubbs. It was hilarious.
Oh.
But
I mean, Aziri's shouting would have been loud enough to probably wake up the rest of the party, unless they are really sleepy.
it's dealer's choice whether or not the scream wakes you. However, you have 5 seconds to comply.
Which direction is the noise?
I'm gonna say the west,
West. Okay, cool.
and like that. All the relevant doors of people are open, and they've all made their assumption movements. As you hear it, you watch as a group of adventurers come moving on out. You see a few tribal warriors. They seem to be natives to Chult. You see a very obvious cleric, priest. You see a fighter. It's orcish in nature. And you see a wizard. The fighter steps forward and... No, there's no hostilities. We were trying to take a path around you. no need to throw trees at us.
I mean, in my defence, I thought you were a bunch of those monkeys coming to nick our food. The flying types. Can I make a check to see if he's telling the truth as far as I'm concerned?
Yep.
Was he trying to skirt us? Is it it's blind?
Is it what? Sorry.
Blind GM roll.
No, it's
insight?
public as fuck, man.
Can Claymore make a perception check to see if they are actually adventurers instead of monkeys?
For Clive, yeah, I'll allow it given his affliction. Monkeys.
His stellar observational skills.
They are completely. Every one of these people is just 3 separate monkeys in a trench coat. As you,
Oh, so we passed on a 4.
as you look at them and you listen to their story, there is Yuri. Like, looking around your camp, yous are spread out in such a way that there is creeping light. And you have been attacked by numerous creatures and groups of creatures before. And to your own experience, even the most intelligent of creatures that have attacked yous tend to just rush you. Haven't really made the presence known until the final seconds. You heard these guys coming quite a distance away and been able to lob a branch at them, and none of them have any weapons in hand, barring the mage who has a quarterstaff. But you can tell straight that's their spellcasting focus. And they're all a little tattered up. You know, they look like they've been out here for a while.
Well, you have to understand, we've had monkey problems in the past recently. You're more than welcome to come and join us. Share some stories. Do they look like battered, like the equipment sort of like all scratched up and stuff?
They look like another
You
rival. They look like another adventuring party.
You're more than welcome to come and join us.
It's too kind. He takes a little look around, and as he opens up a bag and like pulls out like some rations and such, like some food, and he's kind of like sits it by the fire. Food is your food if you are. If you are sharing, then us and you, you and us. So I'm just going to pull out 3 commoner tokens. And for context, the tribal warriors are spread out in a sort of perimeter around your camp. Kind of just in the shadows. But as they kind of sit on down, look at you. So, yes?
I'll give introductions. My name's Aziri. This next to me is my friend Clive. Unfortunately, he's not able to speak at the moment, so he's a bit quiet. Over there, we have our new friend locally, Celtic. He's pretty skilled at like getting us around the jungle. In that tent, and I point to the north, we have another good friend of ours, Icarus. And then in those 2 tents, we have Hurel and Amber, who I think technically they're one of them is our leader, but I'm never sure which one exactly. Oh, and then we got Cylinder, who's our guide as well. Sort of like pointed stuff.
Got me doing names, so yeah. There you go, Box.
Claymore will offer some Sioux monster tenderloins and tabaxi steak to these adventurers, without saying obviously what they are, because firstly he never does that, and secondly they wouldn't understand anyway.
Yep, and then Just doing
I
this.
too,
Yeah.
I too enjoy tricking people into cannibalism.
As the fighter sits down, did I put a race to the fighter? I've already forgotten.
Orcish.
Orcish, cool. As the fighter who you have been speaking with kind of sits down as he looks at you, points over to the cleric, a tiefling. As they kind of look around. That is Pious. That's the name they came with. Very pious person, I assume. Over there is a wizard, and he is going to interject. Prefers not to be named. Prefers not to be named. And my name is Zug. It's nice to meet you. Those are tribal warriors. They are our guides, similar to your guide. There was once 12 of them. There's now 4. And there was once 6 of us. We're now 3. So, what brings you to Jolt?
Well, we got lost.
You got lost and ended up in Jolt?
And yeah, this is where we are.
Greth will say, or will clarify, what she means is that we got lost in Jolt after we arrived here. We were hired to come here.
Okay, now we're answering my question. Hired for what, if you don't mind my ask?
To look for something.
Yeah, Hero's girlfriend.
You come to a jungle to look for a woman.
No, I haven't. Hero has. I think Amber was wanting to do something as well, but I don't know if she's found it or not already.
Well,
there are additional reasons. This is an uncivilized land, and we bring religion.
Oh boy, the European.
Oh, do you bring blankets for smallpox?
No, but I
I've
can
got
heal.
sunflowers though. Yeah, got sunflowers.
See,
we bring the light of the thunder.
Oh boy,
the
European.
You see that, you hear the tiefling just in the back, just you just hear this thump of something hitting wood.
I think
the
that's
name
Brutus
is
and his snake.
the name is very it's very how would you say, ironic. They don't believe in the gods like that. But
Not
gods
yet.
give them power.
Are they an atheist cleric?
But yes, if you follow the thunder, that's perfectly fine. Our wizard follows a pantheon, not too dissimilar. He kind of covers his mouth, and he looks at you and just mouths the word. You can make a little insight, 100%.
It's fine.
Read that.
It's fine. You believe in the thunder. Just don't force it upon me. No.
I think I saw some a lolt coming out of your mouth, but I don't know. I'll roll insight for it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Wait,
try to be obvious.
Too?
But, yes, we
got
have a wizard.
You've got a wizard. Is that allowed? Is
There
there
are
something like
multiple
if
wizards.
two wizards meet, they explode or something like that?
It's like the fighter kind of like looks at the cleric, and as they do it, you watch as the cleric just and then just immediately like throws their head back into the tree. They went a little cuckoo. No, that multiple wizards can be in the same place. However, between you and me, is gonna lean in. Wizards have a bit of an ego. They sometimes think they're the smartest person in the room, even when they're not. So you have to placate them sometimes. See, because I know
I'll be
that
sure to
wizard,
let them know.
that what the wizard come back. I heard that.
I was told they were smart because they had books.
Real.
That's not what makes everybody smart. But is he gonna take the ration that they had, this like sort of just a haunch of meat, as indistinct leg-looking thing? Is he gonna like pass them over the fire and like sit there and eat away?
The ones that Claymore was offering, or their own?
Their own. They put
Okay.
claymores to the side to like cook on the fire whilst the rest is cooking. As they look around at you.
Other than coming down here to lose half of your friends, why are you here?
Well, that's the call to adventure. Yes, my friends enjoyed adventure, as the wizard pipes up. But, sadly my friends can't handle adventure.
What type of adventure were you looking for? Exploring, dungeoneering?
Exploration,
Which
taming the lands that are wild. And then my friends didn't get back up when we tried to revive them, so... Yeah, we also lost one as well, but... Yes. No, rather, we abandoned him. Oh well.
Ah, yes.
Oh, nice.
Taming the Wild. Sounds familiar. And then Ifrit will touch the symbol of Lathander.
They look at you as... So...
I'm something of a cleric myself.
So, have you found the lucky lady?
No, otherwise we would be on the way back. Well, maybe not quite, but you catch my drift.
So, your group is here. Get this correct. Your group is here. Both of you, all of you, have two separate goals, but only half of you are aligned. Would I be right in assuming? You watch as the wizard's interest immediately kind of peaks up as he's saying this.
I think it's more left aligned because we kept getting lost when we went right.
God, I love autism.
You see it in his face. He's simultaneously amused and concerned. You know, yourself, Lolth, as the one of the patrons for Drowkind, the main patron of Drowkind. Let's be honest here. She's a
Is he
woman.
drow?
The mage looks elvish. Is kind of clinging to the shadows a bit though.
So, quick question:
You call
At
him
least-
a monkey?
at least one of our party has encountered a drow before down here,
Mm-hmm.
but it was only Brutus who did it, wasn't it? None of the rest of us saw him.
It was Brutus And Amber.
And Amber, okay.
But Amber was too busy naked and showering in the river to do anything about it.
Right, okay.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, the reason is we had like, a lot of trouble when we first came down here getting lost. But I remembered, like when back home, like if you're in a maze, you put your left hand out on the wall and just follow that. So that's what we've been doing, just putting our left hand out on all the trees and just making sure that we got to be on the left hand side as we walk.
Oh my god, they're stupid. I love them.
Okay. See. Mage is now very much in listening. Very much there. See, he takes a little look. Just double checking his spell list to be safe. Don't worry about it. Z looks at you. Looks at everybody. So, we are prone to getting lost.
Oh, we were. That's when we found like a big pyramid type thing. But then we stopped getting lost when we managed to get to the sea. And since then, we haven't really got lost much.
Claymore will sign. No, we're not prone at all. We're standing. Well, right now we're sitting, but still not prone.
That's true. He says we're sitting, we're not lying down. So he's right.
Oh, see, just you can tell very much me right now. Just that. Oh dear God, that was. Oh,
That is something that 2 Intelligence 8 characters would think of.
yeah, that is. You're right. It's in line.
Oh, actually, Claymore has 10 intelligence.
We
With 8
discounted
wisdom.
it.
Yeah, but we treat it like an 8. Let's be honest.
I treat it like a 6.
See, look at it. So, may I ask, who is your guide? Who did you end up with? The orcish one looks at you.
Claymore
That
will
was-
point over this way.
That there, my unspeaking friend, is a tent. Because the god of this world has once again forgot to update it with a tent.
Oh, I mean, in name, we have Cylinder, but
Oh.
she didn't really help us not get lost at all. And she let Clive here lead us the way. So,
Almost.
Clive?
We're not all equally convinced that she's actually a native.
Well, the guides
The good-
around here are bizarre. They also
market.
don't quite know
They
their
are bizarre,
way.
but they don't
Yes.
tell anything.
They don't quite know their way around the jungle sometimes, but they know of things regarding the history of the jungle. Most of their routes that they did follow, they were destroyed, you see, with the recent, we'll say invasion, as the locals say, the invasion of people like the Flaming Fist from Baldur's Gate. So, their safe travels have been disrupted. And the Flaming Fist have been, how you say, if it ain't Flaming Fist, it ain't living. So, yeah.
Terrible.
The only one that we found that still knew ways, he was, he was a dwarf. Yes, and he was, he wanted us to do his thing before he'd do anything for us, and, well, he was very insistent that we go there, or he would just leave us in the middle of the jungle. So, we just found this tribe of natives, gestures towards the native people. And as long as you're okay with watching your back at night, because they will make a sandwich out of you, you'll be fine, you know? And they are much better. Though communication has been pretty hard. Good thing some of us can comprehend languages and speak in tongues.
Oh yeah, we have someone like that too.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Sees. People take a little look around. And as the time is drawing in, they thank you for a pleasant conversation. And as you share a bit of ration between you, they let you know that they're headed back to Port Nyanzaru to replenish supplies and maybe grab some new friends, shall we say. And as they up and leave with that, you're left with a pleasant memory. It's quite nice. These strangers, you don't feel any ill effect of anything you've eaten. You feel fine. It's also refreshing to eat something that isn't seagull or dried other humanoid. It does, however, add time, as the person on watch number 3 has been up for 2 hours on another watch. But with all of that, as you watch as they leave, Azuri, Clive's already went to bed, so who are you waking up next?
Amber
Yep.
and Brutus.
Brutus will refuse to get up.
Amber did say she didn't want anybody else.
Then I would go and wake up Huro because Ziri doesn't believe Amber should be watching on her own due to past experiences of Amber. And I would tell Huro that when I wake him up, sorry.
Yeah, you awake Kurel, make Kurel aware.
You really don't trust her. I mean, I wouldn't either, but
Trust is the wrong way of thinking about it. It's a case of she tends to get knocked out very easily, and I don't want that happening when she's the only one watching.
fair. I guess I can patch her up if anything happens. All right.
Scottish.
Oui.
Can I stalk that group that came here earlier for the next 10 minutes and be able to come back?
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing. I'll give you a stealth. Oh, 13.
I'll quickly roll group perception at disadvantage. Cool. As you are stalking them, you're watching this going, they're having a little pleasant conversation. You know, they state how nice it was to meet adventurers, other people in the area. How good it has been to make up for it. You know, make up for all the loss to see that there's other people here as well. You hear at one point, just throughout it, a very small argument regarding the mage and the fighter. As they're talking, you hear the mage talk up about the bringing up the losses. And the fighter seems very, very sore and very close to doing something very regrettable very quickly as he turns to the mage and lets him know that one of those losses could have been easily avoided. But now he needs to tell his mother the bad news. And they seem to go silent after that.
After listening to them say positive things and weren't really planning anything, I would just return to my tent.
Yep. As Amber and Hurrell, after about 10 minutes, you watch as the lizard folk just makes his way back. And used to sitting here on watch. What he's doing, what he's up to.
I imagine since Amber and Hurrell know each other decently well, they're probably chatting about something, I would imagine. I think would find it very difficult for them to sit in one room together and say nothing unless Amber's reading something.
I think Amber would ask for how much longer do you think it's gonna take? How much longer do we think we're gonna be in this jungle? Because
Well, I can say for certainty it's going to be longer than I thought it would and longer than I wished it did. But as for exact dates, I imagine maybe a few more weeks. I do hope it doesn't stretch longer than a few months, but it seems to be a bit unpredictable with the way things are going now.
even a few more weeks is long. You know? I haven't been able to pay Brutus for since we left.
And we have limited information on my part of the bargain.
That's true. So we're basically
Although-
chasing a tail through a jungle.
Essentially, although that this whole investigation has been for one employer to another employer, it does seem that this is our initial task has gone a bit awry, for lack of a better term.
Do you think she's still alive? Because I've been looking around. We've both been threading the needle with our lives.
Yes, it's difficult to say. She wasn't exactly what I would consider a typical environment for her, at least.
Sorry, a typical what?
It's not her usual haunt. We're skilled adventurers to some degree. We have abilities that keep us safe, but she was just a widowed woman.
And even then, we barely escaped with our lives, and she is, although maybe on a social aspect, explicit, not a really outstanding physical person from what you've described. So, is it worth it to stay out here?
It's difficult to say. I mean, I don't want to give up prematurely, not knowing whether or not she's alive or dead, considering that she's out here with her family, and gods know what kind of company that leaves her in. They could be elite spellcasters for all I know.
Or they could be dead in a ditch about 10 miles away from the city, and we walk right past it. The jungle is massive,
Maybe.
I'd say.
But
Isn't enough.
as things have it, with the things that she has, I find it quite how you say, irresponsible of me as a good friend to simply leave her out in the wilderness if she were to be here. I mean, I hired you to find her, so if you want to earn your gold, I certainly believe that we should do that.
feel like if we stay out here much longer, all my gold is going to Brutus, and even he is getting a little itchy with staying around here.
Yes, that is true. But as things are, I find it quite difficult to believe that, well, let's just say we did want to leave. We pack our bags, we leave. We decide to traverse outward. Do you really believe that we would survive on our own?
Well,
Quite frankly, we're only this far because we have a lot more people with us.
did we have the other adventurers, or did they leave before we woke up?
They left before you spoke up.
Fuck.
I don't think that if we were to suddenly pack our bags and split, that we would get very far, especially not this deep. Perhaps if we were maybe a few miles from the entrance, but now it's a difficult battle.
Ember produces the map and has a look on it. I think.
This-
We were currently planning to head west, deepening into the jungle. Oh, by the way, the map didn't update because we visited Ataaz Muhahaha. But
Is it not moved just to Ataaz Muhahaha?
no,
It's not, you're right. Let me fix that for you just now. That's 18. I can fuck with this, yeah. There we go. You're in Ataaz Muhahaha.
Let's see. Well, our current plan is to head west, right? Maybe we can convince the party to then take a head north and then split off once we're closer to Port Nanzaru.
Though we were also employed to complete the same job they did. I'm not quite sure what exactly would happen if we didn't do as such.
We would be dead and we wouldn't be able to be brought back, but right now, I feel like that's the same kind of fate we're gonna find if we keep going through the jungle much longer.
Perhaps you do not have much to lose if you go back, but I do. So, if I am to go back empty-handed, I do not envy the sort of people who have crossed my family before.
Is there saying here the time been rather quite quiet, decent, but you've noticed as you are enjoying that slowly over time you have made ample room. You know, Amber, somewhat intelligent enough to do the math. As you watch as this plume of misty smoke, it's almost baby blue, turquoise, aqua. These are technically three separate colours, but you get the theme here. Passes by. As it does, it seems to pass by in like just the right way to pass over Hurrell's tent. And as the light jungle winds have caught it, pass over Amber's tent and disperse throughout. Use by this time as you've been talking, like, you know, at one point, like, kind of like talking, then that awkward like shuffle where you pick up the stool and like move it over at the side a little, you know. Just have enjoyed your time, this talk. You figured out where, you know, figured it out. You've got contingencies, I suppose, is the correct term to use. But as your watch comes to a close, who art thou awakening? Yeah?
You cut me off right before I was about to drop a line.
Oh, you go.
Well, the thing is, hold on. the reason I'm bringing this up to begin with is I'm fucking lost. Like I'm a city slick. I live in the dark alleys. There's no fucking dark alleys around here. I have, I have my magic, I have my silver tongue, but most of these fucking monkeys don't even speak a language. You know?
We are all out of our element. I spent most of my time in a esteemed sort of opera house. I find it quite difficult to be out here in the dirt as well. It's not exactly my preferred environment.
And that's why I was thinking, why the fuck are we still here?
I have a responsibility, and that is something that I will do if it costs me more than I'd prefer. For I find that if I do not make good on that, that perhaps whatever consequences lie ahead of me may be far worse.
Well, lucky for me, those consequences aren't coming to me, so I just wanted to have the conversation and let you know I'm starting to doubt my place out here. I'll stick around for a moment.
Your honesty is admirable, I suppose.
And then everything I said prior, followed by who do you wake up next?
Who was after us?
Good question. Why don't you figure that out between yourselves, Hurrell and Amber?
I'll wake up Brutus.
Yeah? Sure.
Yep.
Do you
Brutus.
wake up
Right.
Brutus? And as both y'all make your way back towards your tent, use enjoy your beautiful little sleep. Amber as well. Hurrell.
Would
Yeah.
Ishra be able to tell more or less based on internal clock that it's his time to have his watch, or is that asking for too much? Since one woke him up.
I feel like that's something Bruce would mention that he said he would join Ichi.
Yeah, so which tent is he in?
So I'm trying to real quick. Hurrell. I need to do some quick math. So sweet. Hurrell, you make your way into your tent. And as you do, you close it on up. I require from you, and this is something this is something you're definitely not expecting. So let's say at disadvantage, I need you to go ahead and give me that anti-grapple check. To strength. Anti-grapple, strength, or dexterity save.
There's a snake in my pants. Or tent. Same thing.
Or both.
Cool. We'll come back to that eventually.
Okay,
As
great.
Brutus, you awake. You walk on out. You look round. You know that Icareth's tent is to the north.
Yep, this one.
Yes.
I'd wake him up and say, come on out. Time to watch. Would I? And then Brutus is going to walk over to this tent over here and say, Celtic, you're so cool. Come on out too. Celtic would say, thank you, dude.
Which is just so trusting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope, it was
would have-
very serious. This is very, very serious. He's like, oh my god, Celtic, your scales, oh my god.
Icarus,
And
it's
so
at that
this-
moment in time you wake up back in your tent and realize you've just had the world's most weird fever dream. And you step on out of your tent once more. There we go. There's how we deal with cringe. But you step on out, you see a and a well, Gark's yet to invent a slur, but when he does, and a
What
lizard
did you
folk.
swear for?
You're not Gark. You don't get to make these slurs. Back to your sleep.
Split tongue? A split tongue?
We use sign language slurs only. Anyway, Icarus,
Oh,
what you doing?
Yeah.
Ifrith will be firstly very confused about his fever dream that he just had. That was not at all what he imagined Brutus to be like, so he was happy that it was just a dream. And he will start off by saying good morning to... Well, is Celtic here, or...
Yeah.
Okay, he'll start off by saying good morning to Brutus and Celtic.
Yeah, good morning.
And then he'll say, "Well, I'll do some patrolling, and I'll get back in a moment." And then I'll walk around to camp.
I'll do a in-camp check perimeter and the tents. I'd look inside everyone's tent, make sure they're doing okay. I'd do it stealthily to not wake them up.
Yeah, you walk by tents and listen in from, most of the point. You hear some nice, hefty snoring from some. Clive, a guy that doesn't speak too much, God, does he make an awful lot of noise.
No, I'd like to look into the tents as well. I'd zip them up a little bit. Well, these are olden time tents. These are no zips.
So
Peek
I
in.
can guarantee you would see Clive lying naked on his sort of bunks, clasping his sword like across his chest type thing, but he's naked otherwise.
Peter's position is sword.
Celtic's more or less looking for breathing and just making sure they're okay. If he wouldn't invade too much, if you get what I mean. Just quick peeks.
So you put a hand into Hurrell's tent, go to open it up. Hurrell, you're literally, same as Amber as well, you have literally just sat down in your tent. Literally just sat down in your tent. As you are, Hurrell, you watch as since that's some expression, you watch as his hand comes into your tent. What do you wish to do? The people who are asleep, can't really do much about it, but the people who are still technically awake.
Wait, I'm confused. What's going on?
Celtic's trying to come into your tent to make sure that you're okay, despite the fact you literally just got off your watch 1 minute ago. As his hand comes into your tent.
I'm doing this stealthily, if that matters.
They are fucking awake! There is one entrance. The hand is coming. Unless you are invisible, stealth means nothing here at this moment in time, buddy.
Yeah.
You are putting a hand through the tent.
What do you want?
Checking on health.
I think I'll be fine.
Cool.
Ifrit would probably say, like, hey, maybe you should come back and just leave them be. No, they also need their night's rest.
In the forest, there is creatures that paralyze, kill in your sleep. Anything can make your way inside your tent. where I come from, you must be vigilant at all times, even when your comrades are asleep. Sometimes the
Sure, they'll
creatures
be
are so
fine.
small.
They'll say something if there is a need. Please just leave them be.
I'm just going to finish my rotation.
Amber, as the hand comes to you and starts to enter your tent. Again, something you are noticing because your tent is still open. As Celtic just stands at your tent and puts a hand in. Shocking grasp.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
I say, okay, he's fine. And I'll keep going.
Yeah.
I'd like to firebolt after the footsteps. Because I just saw somebody reach into my tent.
Your tent door is open. You know it's Celtic.
Oh, I know it's Celtic. I'd like to. Where's Celtic? Can you move on the map? I need to be within 5 feet.
He's technically within 5 foot. I'm going to say. Well, he's technically within 5 foot. We're just using the map as a basis. Don't worry.
Cool. Then I'm gonna start whispering in his ear. Because I'm not gonna let him walk away. I want to know what the fuck he's doing in my tent.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
We need a wisdom saving throw from you. Ruby, your DC is, I want to say, 15.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, that's a 19.
Ah, fuck. Now, what the fuck were you doing in my tent? Are you
It
one of those
says,
split-skin spies, or what?
no, there's creatures in the forest that are very, very small. They could sneak into your tent.
Yeah,
and
of course they.
paralyze you.
I know that. I've been in this Garzarn jungle for forever. Doesn't mean that
Don't ask
this is the
stupid
first time you
questions.
started
I'll
touching
start
me.
walking away
You
from
know?
them.
24 days you've been in this jungle.
We've been here 24 days, and now you feel the need to start touching us?
I've been here 24 years. I'll start walking away.
Yeah. So should I assume that there's 3 people on this watch?
The cost whole person.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I should
guess.
assume there's 3 people. Okay. Then, as you saw, yep.
I would also like to make a perception check while I do another patrol around the camp.
Yep. On you go. As you are patrolling the camp, you hear... Not that. Pardon me. You hear, like, the sounds of, like, nocturnal creatures. I was about to say you hear owls. I don't think owls are native to jungles. Like, you know, you can hear, like, a few little distant birds calling out. Every now and then you can hear, like...
A red-tailed hawk, you mean?
Every now and then you hear, like, a flapping.
I feel a sudden need to go hunting. But I will suppress it.
You hear like some flapping and such, and when you look up into the sky across the moon, this nice, beautiful, large, full moon that seems to illuminate quite an awful lot of the jungle, you can see like odd flying patterns of like large winged creatures that blot out the moon for a moment, as they seem to fly in like all different directions across in different ways. Whether they notice you or not is hard to tell. But as you're looking around and such, they don't seem to do anything. None of them ever seem to slow down to any meaningful ways. None of them seem to speed up. Almost like a nightly system of flight by these strange creatures, as if they've all got somewhere to go and someplace to be. But is there anything else as we're here?
Celtic's just gonna climb up a tree that overlooks the camp and just stealth up there.
Yep. As you do your greatest chameleon and climb up the tree and sit and watch round. Every now and then, you do see like the rustling of the trees. And as you focus in on it, and it's like little monkeys that seem to be just like moving over, like snakes that seem to be reaching from one branch to another across a long tree. For the it's a great question, Tom. To Google. Okay, so the Faerun, the planet of Abir, or Abir, and Total, which is a planet we're on, Abir Total, has only one natural moon seen from Toral. So, singular moon. That's not too bad. God knows about how many of those fake moons, like the one outside Elturel. But
Yeah, better to just have one then. It's a
yeah,
good sign.
this isn't Kryn where there's 3 moons and only one can be seen by people who are evil aligned. And the rest don't believe there's a third moon because they can't see it. But it's fucking weird. As you watch...
No, I think something that Vox would say, so I probably shouldn't say it.
I'm intrigued. Type it out and we'll laugh later. For the most part, the
Also
watch,
curious.
the watch seems fine. You don't seem like you're in any danger for the first time in a while. Looking round, everything's all quite... Everything's calm in the jungle. However, as the watch goes on, the noise of the monkeys does pick up a bit, as you're still close enough to Ataaz Muhahaha that you can hear the monkeys. But no stone golems. Just no stone golems before anybody...
Oh God, so many monkeys.
But for it there, as this watch comes to a close, and you get back to tent and get back to sleep. I'll push the button for us once I have everybody sorted.
Wait, who's going to do the 4th watch?
It's always the guide that does the 4th watch.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Tom, Hurrell, Vox, Amber, Clive is currently being played by Vox, and Celtic Q. Well, I can see what you're doing there, buddy. We should all get the box to add our things. Q, when you hit next, you get to the box part and it asks you to add a ration and add a water, and failure to do so usually results in exhaustion.
So, fun fact, Amber doesn't have any rations left.
Well, Vox went hunting and he found some, so say no, and if you get exhaustion, I'll remove it manually.
So what do I click here? I'm confused.
So boxes come up and it should say like add water skin and add ration.
Yeah.
Click the pluses and then hit long rest.
Let's see.
Was the
Can I get
water
exhaustion?
source far away?
It wasn't very far away, no.
Then we could quickly go refill it in the morning.
You want
maybe.
to make? Could the humans? I'm just going to call you the humans. Could the humans make con saves?
Oh no.
In ascending order. So let's see. That's the
Are the tieflings also considered among the humans, or?
No.
No, I said humans because it's easy to distinguish human just by saying human rather than the ASMR. Plus, I was thinking on my feet to split the party in half because we have the human passing and the non-human passing.
Well, we have the devils and the humans, basically. Or are you saying...
What the fuck do you call the lizard?
Oh, yes, you have the snakeskin, the devils, and the humans. Got it.
So, as you sleep, you all start to awake, one by one. Icarus and... Hold on, Vox. Don't let me finish there, son. Icarus and Celtic, however, are last to wake up. Sorry, second last to wake up. Hurrell wakes up about an hour after them. Amber, Aziri, and Clive wake up first at 8 AM in the morning, bright and early, along with the guide. And she kind of like walks on up, and you can see that she's a little looking around, quite concerned. It's like her head whips back and forth. Hurrell, honey, you wake up last in
Oh, my bad.
like an hour's time.
But, huh?
Yep. Icarus and Celtic were there during Aziri and Clive's watch. Therefore, they spent 4 hours. So they have to make up 2 hours. So they need to sleep that. And yeah. So as Clive, Aziri, and technically Amber, you three wake up first. You see like Salida standing there. She's like half dressed.
Ooh,
And
Mickey.
holding just like the dagger and looking around. You know, like that image, that video of like the guy who plays Punisher screaming like wait. She is like that,
Yeah.
like completely pinned and wired and looking round. He's like looking at yous. Didio's not here.
Who should be here?
When I woke up, someone attacked me.
Did you have a bad dream, or?
I'm pretty sure the thumping sore head I got was not from a bad dream.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know your entire anatomy, but what happened exactly? You were fighting somebody, or?
I woke up to do my watch, and then I couldn't hear anything. It was quiet. Way too quiet. And then something just hit me. And I woke up now.
So what you're saying is you got knocked out for 2 hours.
What I'm saying is someone attacked us.
Are you missing anything, or?
Dignity?
Is anything stolen? Well, that's, that happens, but
Are there any tracks?
trying to figure out what exactly went down.
Give me a survival check, Tom. As you recall, actually, you don't recall. As Amber will recall, however, Celtic made it his absolute duty to walk round the camp and inspect everybody's tent. And there was a lot of foot traffic throughout your first watch with you and the others, trying to discern tracks of yourselves versus others is quite difficult.
I looked to Still and said, "Well, I mean, I can't see any tracks. So, did you get attacked by one of those seagull people?"
No, those are swooping. This was not swooping. This felt like a very strong punch. And I was not prepared for it. Like, she watches, she like stands there and kind of starts cracking her neck a little. Clive is right next to her if Clive wants to make a perception check.
Sure, why not? Perception. Not that that's going to do much. Oh, actually.
I'm going to make a reference and go to the toilet. It's just a bore, don't worry about it.
I don't know the reference, and I feel bad about it.
Don't worry
Do you
about it,
ever
buddy.
know the reference?
Do you think she has two little puncture holes on her neck?
Maybe there was just like a branch under where her tent was,
Sorry,
you know?
this microphone only mutes on the little box thing, so I can't go to the toilet and shout through it. Yes, we all played Baldur's Gate 3. You're trying to tell me that only one person here found out what Astarion was?
Oh, vampire, yeah.
That's what I implied.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what Tom said, and Vox goes, I don't know.
I got it
So you
immediately.
see,
I have
I have a case of the stupids.
okay. Well, I have Astarion's romance line down to a mathematical science. So
God, well seen. Tom's although I'm paying attention. Yeah, she has two puncture holes in her neck.
Oh,
I wouldn't say that.
I
Just
laughed. I
Clive
laughed
see
when you
Clive,
said it.
I expected you to get it. I expected someone as chronically obsessed with Neil Newman to get it. Newman, sorry. Yeah, Clive notices that. She doesn't quite seem to notice it, but she's like standing, kind of looking around and like lowering her guard a little. Yous all seem fine to her. She's the
So,
one
like-
that's been whacked.
So, like, we just had a snake-like party member join us. And the next fucking morning, our guide wakes up with 2 puncture wounds in the neck.
Is she really our guide? We get lost a lot.
Yeah, that's how it looks, Ruby.
Okay, so I'm not going insane here. You know, the same snake person that put their hand in my tent.
So
Okay.
you are paying attention, is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, I'm just very slow. Mentally.
Yeah.
So-
You need to ask Vox, does Clive make this known before Ruby starts metagaming the fuck out of this?
Yeah, like, that's why I'm not actively popping off the investigation. I don't know if
I
this is
think-
known for me.
Claymore will. Well, I was going to say quietly, but of course it's going to be quietly. We'll just stealthily. Wait, I can roll for stealth maybe.
What are you trying to do?
Signal to Aziri what he sees, so that Aziri could tell Silida without letting anyone else know.
Give me sleight of hand instead of stealth then.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Damn! Yeah, it's like Scylla's kind of looking round, and, you know, Clive, you know, very, very stealthily points at her. You know, she doesn't quite notice it, but kind of looks at Clive and says, ah. You know, thinks Clive is signaling that something else is going on. Aziri, you're very much aware as Clive's like, Cyllida, 2 holes neck. Given that it's in common sign language, and Amber knows common sign language,
Yes.
I'm going to ask Amber to perceive. Perception check. You know the DC is here as a 17. So the only
before
person not clued in this is Celida. Tom.
Oh, hey. Wait, no.
And
those are-
Aziri would
Tom, first.
look at him and go, Clive asks, bitten? Have you been bitten? Or is it like snake bite or mosquito bite or something like that?
We're in a jungle. That little fly is a paid actor. We're in a jungle. There's flies everywhere that are biting us. Are you only just noticing the bites? Like, they're all into like pull. They're all over my arms, and like you like see the scales and like little bite marks here and there. You seem to be doing quite fine, though.
Yeah, maybe it's not bathing for weeks on end. Seems to work.
so
But he says
from
it looks like you got bitten on the neck.
Huh?
Right, let me have a look. I would like to have a close look at the bite marks.
Yeah. It's like she's like feeling, and like you can use all like you see that point of realization when she's like, oh, there is something there. Ambers, you take a look. There
Can
are
I roll investigation to see if there's like any other teeth in there, or if it's just like two fangs, if it's like a full bite,
yeah.
just like two prominent fangs. Like
Cool. Yep.
fucking, of course, I roll low on a +10.
You see about 5 centimeters apart. That's why I bet a ruler. 5 centimeters apart. There are two very distinct holes that get a bit bigger, and they're not like any of the bites on her body. They are, I want to say, they're about half a centimeter big in terms of their entire radius. Yeah, they're full end to end, half a centimeter, 5 centimeters, then another half centimeter hole.
I would like to specifically sign to Aziri. Grab me the snakeskin person, and don't let go of them.
Do. Right, okay. Intelligence.
I need to figure something out. Sorry, oh fuck. As I stated,
I sort of look at you and then walk over to Salida and sort of like hug Salida.
No. I mean the other one, the new one.
I looked at Salida. I think Amber wants to do something to you. Just told
No,
I'll hold you.
No, Aziri, please.
But you said grab the snake person.
I meant the other one, darling.
I do hate it when you talking gang signs around me. But the hug is appreciated.
That's all right, I suppose. You want Itchy's one? Okay, I'll walk over to that Itchy's tent.
No, please, darling. Aziri, I mean the new one.
Correct. You're lying there, and the sunlight beams on in upon you and Kiana, and Aziri just standing there, menacing.
Morning. I would like to borrow Kiana, please.
No, not Kiana. I mean,
very tired, right?
You're quite gross, like that. Like what?
Roll over to the side and just leave it be, and like knock, poke Kiana on the leg or something to wake her up.
Like, sits up and looks.
Hello, Salida's been bitten, and Amber would like to ask you something about it.
Aziri, darling.
Yeah, shrugs.
I mean the other one.
Walks. The optimistic Kiana walks on out and just like looks at Amber. It's.
Yeah, please go to bed. I mean the new person who joined us recently. The most recent, but Aziri is not very bright. Have you guys not seen the? I forgot the name because I don't know. Names are stupid.
You mean Celtic? Well, Celtic's a lizard, not a snake.
The lizard person, please. Yes.
So-
Could you?
Oh,
grab
you
him
should have
and
said
not the
lizard
goat?
person.
So the guy like,
Celtic.
puts a bit like a frown on and looks at you, Amber, and I thought you know the difference. I'm one of the good ones.
Been a long day and
So-
I
so-
just woke up. Okay, please.
Ifrith will close the door as it's, the light is bothersome while he's still trying to sleep.
Celtic, good morning. Amber would like your help. Slider's been bit by something and we're not sure what it could be. Like
All
if it's a
right.
snake or something else.
Let's
Thank
go
you.
check it out.
How did you sleep? Do you sleep?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Do you sleep?
I don't know.
Come
Alright,
on.
sincerely, darling, could you please hold the lizard person very tightly? I need to check something.
I-
Please open up your mouth.
I don't
lizard
know them well
person.
enough to hug them. Celtic, can I hug you?
I prefer not.
Enough
Just
of
for my own safety and everybody else's here, please give them a strong hug and don't let go.
I would prefer not, but I would show you my teeth willingly, and I'd show him my teeth.
Are you visibly a male?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
He's not keen to be hugged.
As the lizard folk just opens their maw, you look in. God.
Are there noticeable
Those
canines?
teeth, okay.
Every tooth in his mouth is equidistant, very small, and seems to almost be serrated. There doesn't seem to be any that's particularly longer or shorter. There's definitely a need to potentially see a dentist, but that's a conversation for another day. But as you look in this mouth and you look at this wound could not have been made with that mouth.
Amber has like one look inside, immediately gags. Well, you're not the perpetrator, but you do need to see a dentist or at least brush your teeth sometime.
What's
Well,
a
you're free to
dentist?
go. I can tell. Yeah, no, it's somebody that actually takes care of your tooth, unlike you.
What's the dentist? I can tell.
As your local, do you know what might have bitten Cylinder
Uh,
on the neck?
As a
Does it
local,
like a
can I
snake
make
bite?
can I look at it? Have a better look at it?
Yeah. You see, as I described, half centimeter holes that are 5 centimeters apart.
Have I ever seen holes like this before?
Give me history. Let's fuck with rolls tonight. Give me history. No, not really. I mean, crocodile got big teeth, don't it?
So I've seen. I would know what snake bites look like, and this is not a snake bite, correct?
Yeah, you would know that if a snake done this, would have to be a particularly large snake. The largest snakes here that could make something close to that size would be a rather small Yuan-Ti abomination. And
And
had
I checked her tent at night, didn't I?
yeah, and she was like gone, like straight out of it. You also know that if a Yuan-Ti abomination had flown by here at any point, you would all be aware of it because they wake up and choose violence 100% of the time.
Well, while Amber's investigating her, I would check the back of her tent to see any gashes or ways in and out.
Yeah, as you take a look at Selena's tent, it's fine. Like this, it's not ripped or anything. You do, however, notice that there is footprints and handprints that seem to break off from the larger, what we'll call mess of prints in the camp. They seem to break on off from round about between Clive and Brutus's tent. And as they come on down, they seem to get to the side of Solida's tent. And then you can just see in the ground where Solida has very clearly made impact with the ground. As there's just a human-sized mound.
I'll hiss over to Amber to check it out. Amber, have a look at this.
I'd be talking to Salida, go, are you sure it's not like that big snake that almost tried to eat Itchy at one time?
The snakes, if they wanted to eat me, they would have eaten me. They wouldn't just have hit me and bit me. Amber, yeah, there are handprints and footprints. And a big mound
No. That's inside. I'm trying to figure out if this lizard fuck is trying to lurk behind the tent to bite my head off, or if there's actually something there.
You can see him. So, like, Solida's tent faces into your camp. Her doors opens into your camp. You can see both the left and the right side of the camp, of the tent. Again, I just haven't placed a tent yet, because I am...
Is Brutus awake?
Brutus is not here at the moment, no.
Well, I very carefully. I'll make sure I stay in line of sight with the rest of. I don't trust this fucker. I stay in line of sight with the rest of the party, and I have a look at the prints.
Yeah, it's it's like an average hand print that spans out. Someone's very clearly like put their weight on, like using their fingers and got in there. As for the footprint itself, it does only seem to be about a half footprint, as if the person doing it was on all fours and arching as they moved.
Oh my god, it's the Card Titan.
I'm gonna be so scared.
Card, C-A-R-T-E, Titan.
Our Titan is so fucked.
No, that thing's on its knees. There are no knee prints.
No. Hold on. No, she crawls around on like the tip of her toes and her fingers most of the time.
That's gonna be seen there.
Oh my god, we're getting attacked by the Card Titan.
They're standard human sized. Like you can tell that this is something about the size of yourselves.
It's beak. Sorry.
Hey, hi, so this is probably a good time to go ahead and put a pause on it, take a break, do whatever we need to do. We're going to go through some quick adverts real quick, and then we'll get right back to the game at hand. First and foremost, we are still available on Patreon and Coffee. Links are above, name is above here. There's now a ton of maps for different AD&D modules, some Dragonlance stuff in there as well, and some stuff that I've actually used in games as well. So go ahead, take a little look. You can support me on there if you wish. You can just subscribe here. Dealer's choice, either way. It's got stuff on it now. Now we are still partnered with the guys over at AdverntureOn. Yes, we are with them. Community of now over 1,000 members who are here playing D&D. Be that Play by Post, Foundry, Roll20, Owlbear. It's there, ready to play. Plenty of DMs, even more players. Open welcome community. Links below and also on screen. Enjoy. When there's a go live time, this is when games will go live here on YouTube and you'll be able to see them. So that is, firstly in the Europeans, 8 PM CEST, 7 PM GMT. In the States, that's 2 PM EST, 1 PM CST, and 11 AM PST. On Mondays we head up to the frigid north of the Sword Coast once more to Icewind Dale to face the rime of the Frostmaiden. On Tuesdays we trade the frost with the tropics as we head down to Chult for Tomb of Annihilation to stop the death curse. On Thursdays we keep things eldritch with Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the 1-20 game where I even bring in new dungeon masters to run it with me as a player. Things are getting weird now. Keeping us firmly in the northern part of the Sword Coast, every second Saturday DM King takes me and a bunch of mates through the lost mine of Fandel where we try to find the obelisks and what lies below. I managed to stay in all of my clothes the whole time, so without further ado, let's get back to the game.
Does it look anything familiar? Like any shoe size I recognize, or is like this could be generic any humanoid walking around on all fours like a furry.
You've spent your time in the city. These prints that you're seeing, the closest real-world analog that I can give you, as it's from the ball to the toe, and it seems to come into a point not too dissimilar to a Chelsea boot in terms of shape.
Wait, are these like feet or are these shoe prints?
Shoe print, footprint, same shit, different day. But shoe print
no,
specifically.
like,
shoe print specifically.
yeah.
But when I say footprint, assume that someone's not
Yeah.
walking barefoot unless otherwise.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking, because that wouldn't. Yeah.
Someone with some really fucked up feet's been here, guys.
No, I'm asking because like if it's footprints, that would mean it's more likely to be something less humanoid. But this looks like somebody just went on all fours and was like chompy.
Tell them, I might look at it. That's what you see.
Can I-
Yeah, of
Can I ask a question?
course.
Does Clive know meds?
Live.
Does
No.
not.
Okay. Then Aziri will sort of ask Salida and Clive if we should have a look at the wounds to see if they're like infected or anything like that. Tom would be thinking, is there some kind of like paralytic? You know how some things can like bite and not leave anything behind, type thing.
Yeah.
But Aziri wouldn't know to ask that, but she's just looking at the bite wounds to see if they're like infected or anything like that.
While you do that, could I ask Shirata to open up and basically see if she has any fangs? Like if it's a Huanti.
Yeah. Say we're about this time here. Vox, honey, your rest was very clearly disturbed by the opening of your tent, and as you've tossed and turned for like the briefest of moments, you decided, fuck it, and gotten up. Yuan T. Yuan T.
Do Huantis have pronounced canines?
I need to check the Malison types as well as the pure bloods. A lot of Yuan Ts to look at real quick. Pure bloods, as you look into Salida's mouth, there are canines present, but they're no more pronounced than, say, yours or Aziri's.
Well, I'm a tiefling instead.
You still have normal teeth.
Would I?
More likely. You've dealt with
Like
Malison.
they would be slightly more fanged.
You've dealt with the Malison types before, and you've seen all of the types. Most of them are humanoid, for certain. The ones with the snake head, the head is very similar to that of your friends, or acquaintance, shall we say. However, whilst they do have fangs themselves, their fangs are a lot more centered. And, you know, Sumida would make you aware that they're more of a poison delivery service than anything else. And that she is immune to poison. So therefore, the poison would not have knocked her out.
Well, it could be that they tried to poison you, realized you were immune, and then proceeded to knock you out with blunt force trauma.
As you have been consulting your book at times as well, you're also innately aware of the Broodguard variant that do have very pronounced teeth that are fang-like from the bottom. Like orc style, but like closer to here.
Would I know what the average distance between the two of them is as I check the book? Like, does it have like a diagram of their teeth, or at least like
It
some sort of
has the
representation?
image. BROD 20 Broodguard.
I'm basically just going through the dental record of the entire monster manual.
The teeth look a bit big for poison delivery. These here look... They look too thick for the holes that have been created.
Okay, yeah.
You're correct. You walk on out and you can see as like Amber is doing a dental examination of the Yuan Ti. As Kiana sits there, Clive stands there, Azuri stands there, and Celtic stands there.
Menacingly.
I'd say partially confused, but
No, I'm looking to mix up some mud and leaves into like some kind of poultice for her wounds.
It's rock medicine whilst we do that. Icareth.
Icareth would, at this point, say, what's going on here? Since, everyone is very busy with talking around and looking around.
Stella got bit in the night and knocked out, and we're trying to work out what happened. And I'm making a poultice of this mud and leaves here.
Well, Kiana sometimes bites, but she was with me the whole time.
Biting you kinky bitch?
This is news to me as well, ladies. Where's my blue pen?
Well,
This is an important note.
Thanks for telling me that. I didn't think Kiana was responsible.
No, but it's not hard. I think it's just, I don't know, cultural thing
Does
maybe.
Kiana have canonically cuteness aggression? Or is it more like a kinky thing of like the trauma of being around snake people so much? She now like expresses it with. Anyway,
Bites.
but bite, yeah, with
But yeah,
Oh, Kiana has psychosexual issues.
yeah. Maybe, who knows? But as you see all this and looking around, it's still quiet and fine for the most part. Still, you can still see there is panic in Celia's eyes, though. She's very concerned. And this is you're like just mashing, just like this will work, right? A little bit of this. This is some dandelion. This is some seed. This is some gravel. This will all work out well.
Could I ask before they cover up the wound? Can I check it one more time to see if there's like any like poisonous or anything left?
Yeah. Just give me intelligence, straight flat.
Wait, before you do that, I could do it instead of a DC. So basically, with the poisoner's kit, I could detect a poison, DC 10, but I'd be allowed to do that. But it says poisoned object, so maybe not.
Oh, she has a woman.
Yeah, true.
Close enough.
My question comes: do you need proficiency to do that? As well as you've got the tools. Proficiency is this weird thing. So give me a little second, I'll check. Tools help you make specialized check, trap items, description.
Is a poisoner's kit a tool? I don't think so. I think it's a separate. I think it's just an item that just does that.
No, poisoners I think may come from back. A poisoner is just a standard ass tool. Other tools, but it still falls under the same rules. So, okay, good news. If you have proficiency with the tool, add proficiency bonus to the ability check made. Also, Tom, one for you. If you have proficiency in a skill that is used with that check, you have advantage.
I quickly have to reboot my Discord and be right back.
Cool. So, Poisoner's Kit is intelligence. And it just says intelligence. So, you can make an intelligence check of DC 10 to see whether or not it is poison. It is not poison. No. As Amber, you kind of take a look into it. I'm adding your expertise onto it as well overall.
Oh yeah, that's a 12.
As you look into it, it seems fine. The Celtic then pulls out the little poisoner's kit and like tests its pH and all that shit. And, you know, both of you come to the solid confirmation. There's no more poison, if any, in this wound. That's it. Azuri then goes and like smacks it up, you know, gives it that little like clean over, and you can see you see as she is very much, you know, she's grateful, but you can just tell she's also anybody socially cute can tell she's not too sure if it's gonna work, but she's grateful for the gesture herself.
I was more asking, is it more looking if like, not if there's poison left, if it was like if poison was delivered.
It doesn't look like there was any poison delivered from what you're seeing, and Celtic confirms as much with the poisoner's kit that there's no latent poison around.
Ifrath would offer to Silida to heal her if she is hurt.
It's, I'll be fine. I'll just need some. I'll be quite groggy, I feel. Quite slow today. And if someone could just shut up those fucking seagulls.
I'll try
I can
later.
certainly do that.
I'll get to it right now, actually.
It's like her eyes are like fucking bloodshot. About this time, Aurorel, you've been lying there for a bit and, you know, tossing and turning. And all this talk outside your tent is like, I'm not getting any more sleep if I fucking try, am I? You awake. There you go, buddy. Oh, okay.
Is there something wrong? What's going on here?
Tilda got bit by something with very pronounced canines and got knocked out by it. Seemed. I think.
Oh,
Celtic's gonna say, I wonder why it didn't kill her. It had the opportunity to kill her and it didn't.
She's resistant to poison.
Chris
Could
sort
have
of like
pushed her off.
raises an eyebrow and squints. Are you all right?
No, I awoke to take final watch, and I was just getting ready. Came out to greet the night, the morning, and everything was extremely quiet. Too quiet. And then something hit me. And the next thing I know, I woke up on the ground and the sun had risen. And people were coming out of their tents. And I ran here, dagger in hand, still in hand, and got treated to the 3rd degree, I believe your people say. And
Can I
yep,
check my neck? Have I been bitten?
you, Ziri, remain completely fine. You run your fingers around your neck. Nothing more than the hair on the back of your neck and any skin blemishes you already had coming into this jungle.
24 days of grime.
Is anybody else bitten? Have we all checked our own necks?
I can check it for you, Horror, and maybe under your mask.
Everybody was very concerned about me, which was touching. I don't think anybody checked anybody else, although Aziri and Amber did get close to the lizard folk, and if they'd have noticed anything, I think they'd have said it something. And she kind of looks over Clive, and there's nothing on Clive.
I was not attacked, so I highly doubt the removal of my mask is necessary, but
No, darling. Just checking your neck, Not your mask.
That's fine.
And Amber is gonna stand on her tippy toes and try to look on the neck of Horror.
As you look on Horror's neck, there doesn't seem to be any fresh wounds at all. There are old wounds, and certainly wounds that have come from adventuring here recently, but no two large puncture marks akin to what is on Sealer right now.
Fun fact, Amber is 5'4".
He leans forward a little bit. He helps you.
Fun fact, Hurrell is 5'9" when he wears high heels.
So,
3'6" on his knees.
Remarkably bite-free, it seems. Well, I suppose that's good. So, do we have any signs of what it could have been?
There were some marks, but this camp has been traveled quite a lot, so it's hard to tell. Could have just been somebody putting up a tent, for all we know. Yeah, it looks like somebody who had been crawling around, so...
Crawling?
Like, top of, on your toes and on your feet, your hands. Like crawling all four. Azir, why don't you give me an example?
Azir will start moving like a gorilla.
Wait, what do you mean start?
Or then more like a gorilla if you want to say that.
Even more, okay.
Wow, that's racist.
All right. Well,
Ik vind dat back from shoot.
I looked around with Is that the same? Was it me?
No, it doesn't look like it. You're not even wearing the same shoes.
Oh, well, should we get everyone to do it and then we can see whose shoes match?
Can I have a look at Horror's shoes?
Horror, what type of shoes you're wearing again? I forget.
What?
What type of shoes is it you're wearing again? I forget. Most people here are wearing like adventurous boot types, I imagine. Aziri is probably wearing like farmer boots. I imagine Celtic ain't wearing shoes at all. Clive probably wearing like military type style boots, metal. Ikareth probably somewhere around the same.
Amber also wears combat boots. Like steel-toed combat boots.
Fucking Ikareth walking around with Jesus sandals, like, hail, child.
That's a really good question, because as much as I would love to be like, yeah, he's in 5-inch heels, I don't think he would be able to do that without breaking his ankles eventually. Like, I just don't think that's plausible.
In the jungle?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he picked something up before we went into the jungle. I would imagine some sort of like black boots or something.
So it's like set of Doc Martens. Is that what we're looking at?
Would they be riding boots? They do have that little bit of a heel, but not too bad.
Oh,
probably
absolutely
yeah.
weirdos.
You know,
Yeah, like so things that have like vague here. This might be like
Didn't
it might be a little
Claymore
thicker
have,
than that. But
I'm
shouldn't
thinking
Claymore
three
have riding
musketeers type.
boots? Probably Claymore should have riding boots, right? Since he's a paladin.
he doesn't have a steed that way, buddy.
Not yet.
His steed is summoned, so he's not exactly going to be walking around wearing the exact type of boots needed. But Hurrell has put like the type of boots that they would be wearing in the chat. I'm pretty sure I had a set of boots that had a zip up the side and tied as well. They didn't look like that.
It's pretty amazing how quickly you got that picture up, though.
I have a Pinterest account. I shit you not. Most of a lot of my time in between combat while I'm listening to people talk is me scrolling through Pinterest.
Yeah, I believe you have that stored. I know someone who's very similar to that, has loads of stuff like that stored.
Hold on. I shit you not. I have an entire row of boots next to my dresser. They all look exactly the same.
Bet you fucking do.
Why do you have multiple that are just the same?
Because they're like vaguely different.
Yeah,
Also,
one's
just some are
one for
newer
each
than
day of the
others.
week.
one's Vanta Black and one's slightly Vanta Black. One of them's got like little green hoops, the other one's got little blue hoops, but it's so dark you can't tell the difference, you know.
Yeah, or just some of them are older than others. Some of them are longer, more comfortable.
I have old shoes. If they're
that's
still
right.
good,
You got
then I
win-
don't need to
you got-
replace them. If they are not,
You got
then I replace
Winter
them.
boots,
Just fashion,
winter
duh.
boots, summer boots, blood boots, hurricane boots, swamp boots.
Swamp boots are the most well worn.
There's also a set of no. The boots that are most well worn there are the sexuality boots. They're also known as Doc Martens.
I actually think I have Doc Martens. I think the ones that I use
They're
the
not
most
Doc
are
Martens?
actually. No, I don't have any.
Man, there's a copyright case right there coming in, I feel.
I have Doc Martens.
I bet you do,
Honestly, the
Vox.
things-
Yeah.
The things that Plural are wearing might be similar to the ones that I just wear the most, usually, which are like these. Probably just a bit more sturdy.
It's not looking
Wait,
good,
those
Brev.
have That's okay.
So yeah, no, I do not want to save the image. I want to pop the link out. There we go. So who else wearing these shoes? As you see, there's about maybe, I want to say that's like an 1.5 inch type heel on them that then comes down a little bit into a bit of a rounded point. Not a very steep pointy point, but definitely comes into a point with a rounded tip.
Is it the same? Like, is it similar to the ones on the?
Similar, but the one on the ground has much more of a, I want to say, pronounced point.
Pronounced tip.
Yeah.
I think I found the boots Amber's wearing.
Is this what we're doing now?
Yes. This is important character, okay?
How
Like,
else
look
can
at
you
that,
get a
that
shopping
with a shield
session
nose.
into the jungle?
What, sorry?
How else can you get a shopping session into the jungle?
Yeah! This is important characterization. You can tell a lot about a person from their boots.
There's just one guy sitting there like, oh, Amber's wearing those boots. Ah.
Real.
We know it's Gark. Hi, Gark. You know what you
Real.
do.
Hi, Gark. Gark, you know what you are.
But yeah,
Gark's like the kind of guy to like feet.
yeah, as you look round, it's, you know, there's the hole, but there's nothing. Everyone else is fine. Yeah, everyone's been
Celtic's
checking
gonna-
fine. Yeah.
Celtic's going to step forward and say, okay, so whatever attacked her left her unconscious, which means it didn't kill her out of necessity or for food. It was merely either it got scared or it was doing it for fun. So the longer we stick around, either it's on its way away from us or it's probably still lingering around if we just continue it'll probably show itself again.
What, like a peeping Tom?
Yeah. As long as we stay vigilant, we should catch it in the act again. Or, on the other hand, it probably did just get scared and attacked and ran.
What would have caused it to be scared? That's what I'm stuck on, you know?
Most creatures are very curious in the forest. They might have snuck up and thought they'd been caught, bit her, and scurried off. The thing that confuses me, it didn't eat her, it didn't drag her away. She was completely vulnerable, and it's left her alive.
Everyone in the camp would have been completely vulnerable. Because I was the final
Exactly.
person on watch. And you had a lit fire. So, you know, 7
Perhaps
tents
we're trying to pass
and a
by.
lit fire.
It left us alive. I think we should continue and be a little more vigilant on our nights.
Yes, it seems that whatever it was here is gone now, so we might be best to set off, but
Just for reference, Scottish, is it actually light now?
Yes, it is actually broad daylight, shall we say.
And if this happened when Cylinder would have been coming on watch, would it have been daylight then, or would it have still been night time?
It would have been about this. Oh, Icareth, so glad you opened that door. It would have been about this dark. Icareth, as you're checking the tents and open the door, there is a Brutus lying there. With his javelin of lightning pushed directly through his heart.
What?
Well, I found what I was looking for, just not in the state that I was expecting.
And Amber has direct line of sight on this, doesn't she?
Probably.
Um,
Yeah, you can see it.
Icareth will alarmedly notify the rest of the group that Brutus is dead.
fucking what now? Let me have a look. Let me have a
You
look.
what,
Let me have a
mate?
look. Let me have a look. Let me have a look.
Yeah. As you go in, it is quite the sight to behold, really. As Brutus lies there, I was about to say he was wearing heavy armor, as he's lying there, you can see that javelin of lightning, the actual lightning-y looking part that's on the tip. Which I think if I go like this,
Here's the tip.
that like tip of it that is looking like a lightning bolt has been run through him. And he is stuck directly in the ground in a pool of his own blood that seems to have been absorbed a lot by his sleeping bag.
I thought he was gonna join the other the other adventures that passed by, but no, he's just fucking dead.
I start digging a grave.
Icareth will ask, does anyone perchance have a large diamond?
that's not going to work. That's why we're here, is that resurrection doesn't work.
It also seems like he's been dead for too long to bring him back.
You can make a medicine check if you wish there, Amber. Get let's say an exact ETA. Nat 20. Nice. Not only has Brutus been dead for about, say now, 3.5 hours. Since it's a nat 20, giving you this. As you look around, the amount of blood that is around this area that has been soaked in seems quite low for what it is. Brutus has been exsanguinated.
How do you know the word? What the fuck?
And there are Tippler, believe it or not. And there are 2 equidistant, 5 centimetre apart, half-centimetre holes right in his jugular.
God fucking damn it. Oh my god. It shit at us. Wait. 3.5 hours ago. How long have we been awake?
You woke up at 8 a.m. It's now... It should be 11:30 a.m. by this point. I just didn't move it, so there we go.
So he 11:30. So that's he died the moment we woke up.
Sorry, nope. My math was completely bad. He would have died around about 6 a.m. So that means
at the change of watch between.
So 2 hours before the first people woke up.
Yeah, 2 hours before the first people woke up.
So when
Which means
Scyllida was about to take watch.
Yeah. So in between the end of my watch and the start of Scylla's watch. But, however, Scylla said she was attacked after her watch.
Nope.
During her
He said
watch.
as her watch was starting, she got up out of her tent, greeted the morning, and immediately greeted the floor.
So,
That was the word she used. I don't know whether or not Icareth was there, but I know Clive was.
No, Ifrith was not there.
When you play two characters, it can be a bit whiffy, but
Yeah.
she woke up, everything was real quiet, she went straight back to sleep.
Then Ifrit will ask Scylla about it, since he doesn't know, obviously. Having determined that he doesn't know, he will ask Scylla. That would have been during your watch, right? Did
Yes.
you
we
see anything?
As your companions will tell you, I woke up, I was wearing what I'm wearing, which granted isn't much, it quite literally a fucking two little towel type deal, and I went to put my clothes on. Then as I got out, it was all way too quiet for the time, like someone had turned the jungle off completely. And then I felt something hit me. And then I woke up to find yourselves walking out on the camp. And I had a pounding sore head. And I came running. And then every series of events that happened between then up until this point, she will explain as they happened.
I see.
Celtic's gonna say, here's my theory. Something went in the feed on your friend. He woke up in the middle of it. They had a bit of a scuffle. It killed him. It was afraid. It ran out. Saw Scylla, hit her, maybe bit her a little bit, and then run away.
Well, that is the timeline that seems to be the most that seems to make the most sense.
Is there any signs of a scuffle?
Not really, no. It looks like...
Does it look like he just got jumped, deleted, and drained?
Yes. It looked like whatever happened, he was completely unaware of it happening.
Amber, as an investigator, do you know whether he got stabbed or bitten first?
It's hard to tell. By the lack of blood, I would say bitten, if that's the way they extracted his blood.
Extracted the blood?
Well, if you look at the pool, there's not enough blood for the side of the person he is.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But a type of bat or leech?
We don't know what a vampire is.
Do I?
Let's go with... I want to say Group Arcana. Yeah, go with Group Arcana. If you want in on it, we'll Group Arcana. Set a DC. So... Icareth's in on it. Amber, are you in on it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Anybody else in on it?
Or is not?
I am digging a grave.
Start digging in your grave, twin.
So, I only recently found out how group checks work, and it's only if half or more pass. So the great news is, Amber and Icareth, you are aware what vampires are.
Okay, cool.
Rumor, I would say, more than anything, is you've never yourself come face to face with one. Read about them, maybe in a romance
Question.
novel. Tom.
Would they know of other creatures that might do something similar to this?
If I were to graciously ask you, Tom, to give me these other creatures as well, so I may know of these other creatures.
Sure.
So,
First thing that comes to mind is where creatures.
Were
They bite
creatures.
In the jungle.
Use the thought were
In a mighty
jaguars.
jungle.
Were jaguar, we would say. Use have fought a few of those. They are. Were jaguar are quite social in that regard. They tend to try and lure you into a false sense of security from your experience. A were tiger, which I may be mistaken for were jaguar, by the way, rather similar. They seem to only have done it after a bit of social encounter, as if they're sizing you up. I don't think you've encountered a were-boar before. You've never encountered a were-bear before. Were-bats are not something you have touched either. Were-jackals would not be in this this tundra, shall we say, as with werewolves as well. So none of the were creatures that you've encountered or would know roughly of would have done this. Anything else?
Okay, cool. The only other thing that originally came to mind was something like a slard injecting eggs, but if it's a bite, it's a bite, and they wouldn't drain blood.
Yeah. So yeah, your experience with were creatures doesn't seem to be them, but you've heard the tales and stories of vampire. Never came face to face with one. Kind of always thought they were just tall tales that people told. A creature that is damn near indestructible, unkillable, and very, very fast, very, very speedy. Maybe there's merit in that after all.
If I had a nickel for every campaign, I might run into a vampire. I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but would it happen twice?
Oh yeah, that guy in the tree. Icewind Dale, the vampire null. That's 3.
Oh god, if I had a nickel for every time I would run into a vampire, I would have 3 nickels, which is starting to be worrying.
But yeah, as he lies there, stone cold. You are looking at the pool of blood.
Well, how long does it take for a body to cool down? Well, no, he would be drained.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah,
it's hard for you, I would say. It's a bit hard to, because you want to figure this one out, and you are trying to figure it out. Whilst also trying not to get too emotional about it as well, given your relationship with how long you've known this person. And for you, trying to split the calculating mind with the emotional mind right now seems to be something you're doing quite well.
I feel like, so Amber, I know this is a theory, but when Amber gets mad, she doesn't black out. She just locks the fuck in. She starts rattling of thoughts and theories, just that. There's no, her emotions are just not visible at that point.
We got BBC Sherlock in the house, people.
No, not that way. More just she has to figure out what the fuck happened. She has to figure out to be able to process what is going on. She needs to have answers.
Earl sort of leans in and looks at the corpse and half it's not a smile, it's more like an awkward grimace that he's trying to turn into a smile. Well, at least you don't have to pay him anymore.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn, that's cold.
Like puts his hands up and just like walks away.
You're digging a nice hole there. Any
mhm.
potential depth you're thinking of? The closer to Avernus, the better I'm feeling.
Because it feels like home.
I was thinking to get away from that awkward situation.
Claymore will ask Amber, "Hey, do you remember if Brutus wanted to be eaten or not?" It's a long time ago since
He
since
did not.
dead.
He did not. That's why I'm burying him. I'm going to bury him deep so he's not dug up and eaten.
Okay. Okay, thanks for reminding me.
Gosh. I'm so glad I'm not playing sad music right now. It's been nothing but a comedy, this man's death. But yeah, Zazuri, you dig that hole. I'm gonna say like 8 foot deep, and
Yeah, 5 feet, yeah.
yeah, quite deep enough that it requires you to give a good hot stuff to jump out of.
Then I'll go and get his body. Can I like take off like
As
rations
you-
and then any water skin and stuff?
As you go to try to touch him, Ember is gonna stop you and tell you to back the fuck up. This is an active crime scene. I have to figure out what's going on first. Why can't none of you people see that? My friend just got fucking murdered and you're gonna bury him already?
He doesn't want to be eaten.
He just stares at you blankly.
Um,
Get out.
Claymore will sign. Well, someone already ate the insides, so you know.
Damn.
What, like a spider?
Maybe.
Because
It's not
they
the work
like
of a spider,
they
it's
pierce and
part
suck
of
out the
humanoid.
inside.
Jezia, look in the tent. It's just this. There's no. It's almost like the perfect crime. There's no anything left. There doesn't seem to be any like hairs. There's no calling card. There's just body.
What about the saliva on the neck,
Probably
CSI.
same case as...
which we cannot DNA analyze because that doesn't exist?
There we go, Fox. Got there in the end.
Seeing Amber's outburst, as he will look after being just struck. Well, I mean, you think it was those who came through last night, like that wizard, who prefers not to be named?
Celtic would speak up and say he followed them for a while, and
Excuse
Same
me,
for
we had
him.
visitors? And none of y'all told us? We were attacked, we lost
you-
one of our own. One of our guide
You-
got knocked out, and none of you
you-
wanted to tell me that we had visitors over tonight.
You were sleeping. There's a group of them. There was Zug, who was a fighter. There's Pius, who's a Tiefling cleric, apparently. And there's the wizard who prefers not to be named, who...
The cleric was called Pius,
Yeah, that's what they said.
and
And there's
did
some other
not
tribal
believe
warriors.
in Lathander.
Yeah, they came through
Right,
quite
so
early. I did shout, but obviously you stepped through that.
Well, yeah, because we've been traveling all day.
Yeah,
Ember just puts her hands in her like her face in her hands. So instead of just our camp or any passing by creatures, we had humanoids in our camp that I didn't know
Yeah.
of that basically had free reign. Was it just the three of them?
I know there was some
Well-
trouble, but they did leave, and I did see Brutus walking around after that, after they'd gone.
Right,
Uh,
and you made sure
Celt-
they all
Celt-
left.
Celtic would pipe up here and say he stalked them for about 20 minutes, and they didn't seem suspicious whatsoever.
Right, and I should trust you because you just joined us. My friend fucking died, so you're lucky I haven't fucking lynched your ass.
I was
I don't think
friendly
lynching
of
his ass would do
Brutus.
much good.
Tom?
You normally have to do lynching around the neck, not the ass.
You're trying to be smart with me.
No, you're just wrong.
I
How about we stalk this creature and get your revenge?
We don't know what the creature is.
I'm suspecting
Because-
it could be something humanoid due to the tracks we found, but even that's a hypothetical. I don't even have any strong leads. It could be anybody. It could be any of us.
Well, this creature appears to be a stalker who could perhaps set up a trap or an ambush at the next camp. Maybe one of us
Alright,
be
let's
it.
sacrifice somebody else, you know? Maybe you
Well,
can be next, so we actually don't lose anything of value.
Well, as an ambush, it wouldn't be dangerous. Only for them.
Right, because, you know, we have a perfect crime, no marks, no... All we have is some footprints to go off of, and you just want to, like, let them take one of our own.
We've got footprints, we got a bite, we got habits. That's enough.
Do you know what it takes to solve a crime?
In the jungle, there's no rules, there's no laws. This is not a crime scene anymore.
It depends on where you are. But some places don't have laws. I feel I should point out Port Nines has many laws. You will not get along there. I, however, feel and she like moves over. Emotions are quite high right now. Let's give our friend some time to mourn. We will see. She's like very slowly, just like closing the gate. I say the gate, like the tent over. Give her the time and respect, and we will go about our mourning as normal, and make sure there is food, and that everything else is fine, and that nobody got stolen from, given that someone has been killed. That may take an hour or so, and then we can come back to this. We can bury our dead and not cannibalize our dead, but bury them respectfully in a deep hole. Hold some form of service if you wish, I do not know. And then we can plot whilst we head to Firefinger. Does that sound good to everybody at this very moment in time?
Sounds reasonable.
Amber gives a very slow, like, a voiceless, slow nod.
Then let us go about our day. Right now. She's all kind of solemnly go about it. For those of you who have known Brutus for the 24 days you have known him, and those of you who have known him for over 24 days, you just go about your days as a little bit of cleaning. Nobody is missing anything. Everybody has everything they went to sleep with. You all take a little look on him. Make sure everything's fine. Make sure you get enough water or enough rations to cover. After about an hour's time, as the sun is at its highest in the sky, is there anything anybody is doing at this moment in time?
I would like to start the burial ceremony now that the sun's the highest.
If Firath would try to look after the wounds of, or look after the neck of Silida to make sure that she's okay, or like hunt the seagulls that are bothering her. And Claymore would hunt the property of formerly Brutus.
Amber, doing anything else within that hour?
I think once left alone, I think she would just like silently start sobbing.
Yep.
And like she would frantically be looking around, seeing if she can find anything. I think you already said there isn't like anything to be found, basically.
The perfect crime, for lack of better terminology.
Yeah. But she would still be like in city, like hunting for something, like checking if any seemed like any other entranceways or anything like that, like anything, any marks, anything like that.
Yep.
And just be like irrationally and like frantically doing it. So.
Yeah. After the hour of finding nothing and going about everything, making sure everything's fine, someone carries out his body, covered with a nice clean cloth, covered up and cleaned up as best as could be, and as he is very carefully placed in a, again,
Face down.
deep hole.
Yeah, face down.
And as the Brutus, with all of his worldly possessions, is
Felt that.
Yeah. I feel like Amber would have picked up the javelin at some point.
Claymore would for sure have gone through, I don't know, like money or anything else that's valuable.
I'm not sure he would, because he's
Against
Clive
grave
been
robbing.
Against robbing graves. I don't know if he would do that. I know you think he would, but I don't think he would necessarily do that.
It's not a grave yet.
He's still dead.
Yeah.
He, if you recall,
he would make sure before Brutus made that any rations he had were taken and any water skins he had were taken.
So
well, probably anything that would rot besides the corpse itself, maybe.
So water skin was empty.
Okay.
I think Amber would still take it with her.
There is here contents. I'm going to write these down first. He has no rations as well. Wow, he picked a great time to die.
Yep. I am going to roll because I know that Aziri gave him something. I don't know if she would remember it though.
Gark just said that he would actually loot the corpse of Brutus.
Prove it.
Sure.
He's at work. He shouldn't be texting you. Aziri remembers that she gave him a quiver.
Yep.
Looking around, Celtic, do you have any missile weapons?
No.
Okay.
So,
and I don't believe Aziri would say anything. She would look to bury it, and then she'd look over at Amber and say, "Do you want to use his javelin as sort of the marker, or are you happy if I just put
fucking God,
sort of a stick down?"
Gark and maybe if the others allow it, take a bite out of him.
Nope.
Fucking really.
No, absolutely not. Emma
No,
would
because
absolutely
he said he didn't want that, so no.
So, on Brutus's body, there is a basic potion of healing. Who's for it? Who? If it goes to nobody, it goes to the ground.
If nobody else takes
Claymore
it,
will take it.
Okay.
Aziri is not taking anything. If
Okay.
the javelin's anything's fun, she's not taking
The dread helmet that he has been wearing religiously.
I'll take it.
That's going with him. Amber would request it to go with him.
it. You're taking his holy javelin of his god.
Yes, absolutely.
Javelin of lightning is then. Okay. His blue pill.
Claymore will take it. Claymore
Yeah.
really needs this one.
The quiver of Eleanor.
Oh, I know that quiver.
Claymore also has a crossbow, so I guess he'll take that one too.
His very shiny heavy crossbow.
He'll take that one too.
He also has a no. He burnt that, the caramel flask. That was
That's Red
the
Helm.
yeah. That's going with him.
Yeah.
So Brutus goes. He also has a ton of mundane items: studded leather armor and a shield, scimitar, short sword, dragon chest.
Amber would take his dragon chest with her.
Okay.
I guess Claymore might want to take the shield.
Claymore uses two-handed weapons. That's an
Yeah.
odd choice.
I don't think we need any of these weapons.
Yeah, okay. I'll ask Gark.
And then towards Clive, there was quiver, crossbow, Viagra, and healing potion. There we go.
Does he still have his original crossbow?
He does still have the mundane crossbow as well, yes.
And I stick that in at the top of the marker, like with the butt down, so it looks a bit like a cross at the head of the grave.
Yes.
What is the reason to bury people with a cross in Faerun?
So that way you can write
put
their name.
on the. Oh, so you can put their name on it.
Okay.
Then Aziri will stand up and clear her voice, clear her throat, and go. We say goodbye to Brutus, our friend. Some for a short time, some for a long time, but a good friend to all of us. May he travel peacefully but swiftly, and under Lathander's guidance and his own God's will, make it to wherever he needs to be in future. We will not forget him. And then she bends down and buries 4 sunflower seeds around his grave. Goodbye, my friend. Then she stands up.
Yep. And as you stand there over the large, like the large hole, you know, nomine, patris, fili, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, you know, all that good jazz, and you start just filling the hole.
Ifrat would suggest to Horal to give like you know, like when soldiers are buried, there's like the cannon shots. But do that with like 4 Eldritch blasts simultaneously.
21 Eldritch Blast salute.
I think before he would be like buried, Amber would prestidigitation his clothes, so he's like clean while getting buried.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I play a really sad violin as he's like collectively present in the game?
I somehow also imagine that whilst Hurl is playing a violin, it's also a very, very small violin. That's just the character I get here.
Yeah, it's like Hurl's like sitting here and he's playing this, and he's definitely like putting his all into it, but also at the same time, it doesn't seem like he cares that much. He just cares about performing. He seems a bit detached.
So, you are filling this up
You'll-
as you're playing it, and I'd say it takes like 5 minutes or so. That's a very good shovel, very good spade, and as you loosen up some dirt around the other end and like stick that crossbow bit in. And is it like Dreadhelm on top of the crossbow, or Dreadhelm like on the body, on the head, or like wrapped in the arms?
Dreadhelm on the body. Like, he would still have red cloth, or like his red eyes, basically.
Yep. The dirt goes in, and you stand there for a moment, taking it all in. You watch as like Salida is like writing in a little book. And she's watching what's going on, and she seems very much engrossed in the entire thing. I suppose it's like a weird word to use, but it's the most fitting word. She's engrossed in this entire thing. And she kind of looks over at you and, well, it's a somber day for many of you. And this may come across odd. Well, I need you to understand when I say this, do not bite my head off. When it comes to the matter of payment, I'll just I'll give you an extra day, because this is not what any of us expected here. So you need not worry about that. Let's just take this day to march on. Is everybody in a marching on mood?
Just give me a minute.
Can I still go back and say that Igvirat would have cast guidance on the body of Brutus before he got buried?
Okay. Yeah, you have guided the body. Confusion, but sure.
So he goes to the right place.
I was thinking it. Didn't want to say it. But
Hey, at least his soul is going up.
Is that the right place for a tiefling?
It's a combo reference.
It's on the ground.
as you start your push now, the somberest of pushes, but a push nonetheless. Salida takes a point on this one, giving you that time to yourselves. However, the time to yourselves, though spent on the march, is still spent making sure you get there in one piece.
The
Making
one
sure-
piece is real.
What?
Making sure everything is fine. And so, the party lost a fucking ruler. The party is about to embark on a 7-day journey from where they are to Firefinger. Now, things get fun when we consider the fact there's now only 6 party members. So, that means for this march, don't take your thumb off, Matthew. That means for this march, the final check is going to be a group check. But let's go ahead and say the first check is going to be a group check more than anything. Simply because that's the hardest day. How hard is this day, you may be wondering? Well, despite how somber it is, could I have 1d47, please? $36. Use push on out. The weather, which was nice and sunny, soon starts to get quite muggy, quite uncomfortable. There's that little bit of light precipitate, which either comes to storms or nothing every time it's a little different. As you are all making your first steps, shall we say, I am going to ask, group-wise, for particularly con saves as opposed to a check. Just mainly for temperament for this first day. As you know, the day can surely only go up, right? Oh goodness, so let's see.
It might not fall.
I saw you got a 17. Pretty sure.
I was confused. Yeah, no, I just had to scroll down.
Let's see. Yep. As the first day passes, you're pushing on, moving on through. You spend enough for everything, but it is... When we say the day gets bad and worse, like you started at like a -1, and by the end it is -10. The temperament and the mood, the temperature. It's like watching an episode of The Bear. It's just stressful to be around. As you basically setting each other off without meaning to in places. Whether it be it the weather that's causing you to be snippy and nippy and screamy and shouty, or be it your emotional attachment to everything that's happened. You are at your wit's end by the end of this day, and as you sleep, you try to get to sleep. And it's a hard sleep. It truly is. As you try, is the only phrase I can give you. You try your hardest. On day 2, as you push forward, who wishes to be the first volunteer?
So Laymore will take first watch.
This isn't watches, buddy. This is just
No.
Oh, checks, yeah.
checks.
Ziri will lead off. He will go to the front of the group alongside Cylinder, who's still sort of leading. And she'll use her hand axes and just sort of like chop and drag and sort of burn up a lot of frustration and exertion, cutting away through the jungle to make it easier for the group to sort of like follow along behind us. So she's like cutting out down small plants, cutting down vines and stuff, just slashing away, just working out some pent-up energy.
Some anger, you said?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you say she's at that point or over that point with her anger?
No, not at that point yet. She's close to it, but she's not at that point.
Wanna use what you believe would be the appropriate check here then. I was about to tell you the check, but this is player driven. Athletics. Nice. As you are cutting through the vines and leading the path for that day, as the rain it's been getting there and it is coming down a bit now as you are soaked as you're doing this. But given the weather the previous day, this is actually quite refreshing, and it does make that shopping so much easier. Be that with how angry you are, how sodden down that these things are, and how much weight is on them. You are just like hot knife through butter, and there's a catharsis in this as well, as you know, the other day was not the best day. Maybe you could have done something had you been awake. Maybe you couldn't. Many questions left unanswered, but you know for a fact right here, right now, that you're making headway. And as the day goes on, Salida finds a few little berries here and there to help supplement rations, but it is difficult. She gives the rations to whoever needs them. For everybody else, I'm going to say knock off our ration, but we can just do that at the end. So on day 2, or day 3 technically, use continuing the march with Salida out front. The dense jungle seems to be all around you. Because it is, let's be honest, but it seems encroaching to some of you. For some of you, this place was home, and it's fine, it's good. But it is beautiful now. As the sun splits the trees and comes on through, there's a humid mugginess to it all, as the rays penetrate from the canopies down, and the birds fly on over, the monkeys squawk, the parrots mimic noises. You all feel that little bit on edge in place from time to time as you hear something that sounds roughly predatorial, shall we say. But
You're so mature for your age.
well, you know what, Amber? Thank you very much for going ahead and volunteering the next check for us. Still quite raw from everything that's going on. What do you contribute to keep the party going?
I think she would be telling stories about her adventures with Brutus. Just things they did together, the weird shenanigans they got up to, the weirdest jobs, the most fun jobs, the things they saw. Basically just regurgitating the parts of his life that she knew very well. To keep everybody a little bit, to consolidate and keep people moving, keep people entertained, keep people happy.
Yeah. And what do you believe to be the appropriate check for that?
3.
History?
Yeah.
Okay. Then smash that out.
Oh, fuck off! I cannot roll high. What's this? Ah!
Man, I felt that in places. As
I cannot win.
you...
It's been just one day and you were already forgetting about your own friend.
Yeah.
Hey,
Did it do
listen,
this?
there's
Did
a
it
lot
do
of
that?
stories and they're blend together.
Yeah, and
This morning.
some of you has noticed that.
It's hard to talk through tears, okay?
Quite an awful lot of these stories all seem to blend together and come with, or was it this, or was it that? And, you know, out of kindness, you can't just let it ramble on, you know? Like, everybody deals with grief in their own way. And in this case, correctly or incorrectly recounting the memories of a lost one is, you know, that's its own thing.
It would be really funny, actually, if some of those memories were like of during our adventure together, and then like other people just correct Amber. Like, no, actually, that is not how that happened.
I feel like halfway through, Amber would somehow produce a bottle of alcohol that's quite strong to start drinking it. And that just makes her stories more and more, you know, incoherent. That's the word I'm looking for.
Again, Selena rolled really low. And, you know, on the walkthrough, as you're all been regaled with these stories, it's, again, it looks beautiful. It's just like, oh, it's so pretty. Man, this jungle's amazing. Turn to Amber. If only someone would make it less fucking depressing, right?
I was in a beautiful jungle once!
Bruce would have loved to hear. But
Was when my friends were still alive!
as you are moving on through, getting it all done, and those of you who need rations, Selena is able to procure enough for you and her. Everybody else should nosh off a ration. I'll just tell you the maximum number at the end and we'll find out how many. On day 4 of our 7-day travel, halfway there, Selena keeps that push going. Who wishes to offer up their services next?
I'm very good at offering up certain services.
If we're
As
going
I-
to be traveling like new areas, like I'll offer to like stealth around like our camp to like as like a way to like look around as people are setting up, being more vigilant, I suppose. Prevent things from happening again.
Yeah, you know, prevent any vampires from being around.
Yeah, roll a... I'd say roll a stealth check for when you are pushing through all of this, you know, throughout the days as you're trying to go forward a little bit and make sure that it's clear on the front. And clear at nights. Yep. For the most part. As the days go by, you know, as Aziri is cutting vines and Amber's regaling you with the good old days, you know, back when she had to sit in the back of the carriage and all that. Every now and then you turn around and go, where's Hurrell? And then you remember, oh yeah, Hurrell's often doing their own little thing, making sure it's fine. Every now and then, like, you know, you hear like a little whisper, like, nah, there's nothing here, buddy. Nah, there's nothing here. Yous have spent 24 days and counting with Hurrell. Never have yous heard Hurrell be so fucking quiet before.
Believe it or not, Hurrell can shut up. He just chooses not to.
See, there is the surprise that this is the one time Hurrell remains quiet throughout this journey. And for some of you, it may be the one time you wish Hurrell didn't. As the stories start getting inconsistent about the time that Brutus got into an arm wrestling match with 3 hags and won. And it just doesn't make sense.
Just didn't have 3 arms.
But as the sun goes up, sun goes down, stars come out and all around here and now. These are pushing some more. Who wishes to offer up their next skill to this chick?
Ishvaret will, as I said, try to console everyone. You know, trying to be helpful.
Okay. And which skill do you offer up in regards to that?
I guess that could be performance.
If you feel performance fits it, yeah. I can see performance fitting it.
Yeah, like trying to calm people down, pat them on the back.
Okay, and
Alternatively, that could also be persuasion, but
on
somehow
my
I'm
side,
feeling-
I feel there is both religion and performance that this could fall under quite well. Looking at it as a, look at me, happy-go-lucky, funny, remember all the funny things we've done, or, he's in a better place right now. But persuasion... No, what would you be doing to persuade them? Sell me on persuasion.
Persuasion, I suppose, could be just like convincing them that there's nothing to worry about, or that there's that worrying is not going to help. I don't know. That doesn't make so much sense. I think performance probably fits better, but not in a funny way. More in an emotionally supportive performance way.
Yeah. Give me a performance check there, buddy. Oh! Damn! And that there is a 20, that's our highest roll yet, 26. As I would feel that whilst you are trying to console the group with this one, and, convince them that there's no real big danger right now, and that, maybe he's in a better place. Maybe he's not. Who knows? Who knows where tieflings go? After all, he's a tiefling.
It's on the ground.
It's odd. You're giving all this out, you're talking, you're trying to persuade people, and Amber's still going on with the stories. Like, every time it's like, oh, but you don't need to worry, the danger has passed. And then, Amber then tells you a story about this one time that Brutus confronted a whole gang and told them that he was the danger there. And again, you're just like, oh, she's just not getting through it this woman, is there? She's got to go through her own process, as we all do. Aziri's process seems to be cutting the trees. Hurrell's process seems to be not being there at all.
In the case of Amber, I think Ishvaret would just do some active listening.
Yeah, pat on the shoulder, pat. You did all you could, hon. Don't worry. It's fine. He's in a better place now. He's best for you. Let's see. Once more, day to night, up and down. We snake with our hands because we probably have some undiagnosed medical conditions. Forgot to do 2 rolls for Solida. Let's see. Oh, everybody gets rations. And then, 2 days where no rations are spent. Amazing. So, on the next day of this travel, one day after this, who wishes to offer up another skill? It's Clive and it's Celtic, so one of you two boys.
So this is just what we're doing over the next few journey?
This is how you get there, rather than rolling numerous combat stuff and such, because that seemed to be going nowhere fast.
Are the
big skill check.
Velociraptors still there?
Yeah, little raptors are there, yeah.
I guess Claymore would play with them. Animal handling?
Yeah.
Play with them in a safe for work way.
I was just thinking, there's all this, and then there's Clive not giving a fuck, and it's like, no, that tracks. It was a tiefling. Oh yeah, go animal handling. Let me roll these dice for DC. He is playing with these little dinosaurs and trying to get them to listen to him, and it's really hard to get them to listen when he doesn't speak. As everything's going on those who pay attention realise that Clive is in his own little world right now doing Clive things. There's nothing you can do about that, sadly. But, you know, it's his process. He's focusing all of his negative energy elsewhere. Those of you who feel concerned should feel concerned, as this negative energy could turn into a potential killer energy. And, I mean, you've seen what Clive does to the undead. Imagine what he'll do to the living. With velociraptors. She's been walking on through. Salida roll. Keep forgetting about her. Hey, full rations again. Good news. So far, we burnt 2 rations. As he's pushing on the large dominating figure that was Firefinger has slowly, at one point, seemed to drift out before drifting back in. But you have very much gotten closer to it. Eventually now, you're no longer like looking directly at it. You are having to look up towards it as you're getting closer and closer. Not like directly up, but like, you know, your head is very much tilted. As for this final day of travel, sounds like, what do you offer to get them through their travels throughout these 7 days?
With the combination of my poisoner's kit and herbalism kit, even though I'm not proficient, I'm still going to like identify the plants and identify if they're poisonous and try to mix around that sort of stuff. So I'm trying to find poisonous plants and try to herbalize stuff.
So you've been trying to find out. You've been testing the rations that are found from Salida. Yeah. Roll the poisoner's kit.
Sure.
I guess in this case here, yeah, intelligence. As you have been testing them, you know, you test them out and taking a little look. You have, you know, well, most probably haven't found anything bad. You've been able to identify quite an awful lot of the fruits yourself as non-poisonous, just as Salida has been pulling them to you. And, you know, for the ones you're not too sure about, you've been testing before anybody puts in their mouth. And, you know, they've been fine for the most part. All quite good. The biggest issue with one of them that you did have was that it was, you know, the issue you had with one was it was poisonous for certain. So you just gave up with that one. Got rid of it. It was gone. Why is this saying 1, 2, 3, 6, 7? That was not bad. That was not that many hours. But just now making our way. 40, 50.
On one of the days, Claymore would also summon a celestial dinosaur-shaped mound.
Why is that
Is
saying
that a quality chicken nugget?
30?
Why are you
And
doing
when I
this to Clive Fox?
Uh,
He's been
Scottish-
trying to get his steed past Scottish for like 2-3 weeks.
Ah.
You just go southern.
No, it's not that. It's I'm yet to make art for it because I've been so busy.
Okay.
And then Gart's been like, I'm not going to be here, and it's like, cool. Well, Gart's going to be pushing that. No one else will. I don't need to do that right now. Also, and I've explained it to him as well. The mount does absolutely nothing for the travel speed. But as yous arrive here now, there's a.
Just out of curiosity, how accurate was I in guessing what type of mount that Claymore would want? Is it a dinosaur?
Wildly
dinosaur shape?
inaccurate. Wildly
He's
inaccurate.
told us what he wants.
Oh.
Use. Soon, however, come to this large, and I mean large, towering, some 300 foot off the ground. Massive pole. I'm also trying to get the map as well as a, but also he's like change the map. It is a very distinct. I would pop it out, but pop it out and it also shows you the map. Seeing as the day passes like this, so it would technically be daytime as well. The only way I can show you this now. I quickly need to throw some walls up. It's going to look really awkward, but don't worry. But this large structure is dominating your sights.
Dominating a massive pole.
Just because your friends died doesn't mean I won't make you join them. And draw up just a big line this way. And then also just go like that, and I will pull your tokens out. And I will read the following. Rising high above the jungle canopy is a 300 foot tall, naturally formed spire of rock with smoke issuing from a flaming beacon at the top. The walls of the spire are sheer, dotted with small caves. Frail looking ladders hang from narrow ledges at differing heights. And let me just quickly pull out the party token. Hit place members 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think is the next one. Firefinger. It's
Firefinger, my nickname.
fucking massive. It goes above most of the trees. Icarus.
Does it look built by a human or?
Yes.
Naturally formed. Icarus, as you look around, looking up, you're like, damn. There's so many seagulls around. God, that's not seagulls. You see these? Buddy, your Eldritch Blast don't go that far.
I can try.
How high does the fire?
No, but actually, with using my Eldritch Blast, I can determine like how much further it is to measure. You know, like oh yeah, that's like 3-4 Eldritch Blasts far.
I'm gonna ask real quick for a group dexterity check. Stealth specifically. As
We won't stealth.
yeah, stealth to damn. Make sure we are not here. As you look around here, I'm going to check. Look around here. And it takes you a moment as your eyes settle and you realise, hey, that thing is swooping. And she's all kind of duck on in. And so at that point there you realise, there's only ever been one creature that you have fought that does an awful lot of swooping.
That fucking Terrafolk.
Terrafolk.
I am terrified of them.
As you take a little look and Celida looks at you. We could go to the top. You get a great view of everything. However, and I cannot stress this enough, Terrafolk.
Could I try to count them?
Yeah. You're seeing about 3 circling, but every time like one goes on, another one seems to go off from a different direction. Almost like a one in, one out type deal.
Like they're intelligent or just like
They're coordinated.
yes,
That's
that's
what it's.
intelligence.
How tall do the ladders seem?
The first ladder that you can see rises 60 foot above the ground. From floor up 60.
That's not that much. That's about half an Eldritch Blast.
Is that how we're doing math now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So, like, if the first ladder is half an Eldritch Blast, it looks like it's about 3 or 4 Eldritch Blasts up.
Ifrith will... no, sorry, Claymore will not say anything and just go towards the ladder.
Yeah.
And Ifrith will follow, but like looking back, sort of questioningly, like, wait, are we going? Are we not going?
Do we have a reason to go up? Other than curiosity?
Well, there might be one of the things that we're looking for.
We could see something above the jungle.
There's that too.
Did you not get a good view of the jungle from top of the pyramid?
Yes, but that was quite far to the north.
No. What I'm saying is, to Amber, this is taller than the pyramid. Another great view.
I suppose. So just, thinking out loud of how much time and effort it would take to go up versus what we gain.
But as you use Claymore kind of touches the wooden ladder. As he does, it's ancient, old, and it's scary, really. As he puts his hand on it, you hear that sort of creak as the wind catches it and it rattles all the way up. As it does, small splinters do seem to hold on out.
Does it look like it would break?
Very
if you try to
easily.
climb it?
Very easily. That's why I require an athletics check.
Would Ifrit see it? Like if he's 10, 15, 20 foot behind, would he also see that it's like a rickety ladder?
You can all see that it's a rickety ladder made of vines and old bits of wood that's been left to the elements for quite some time. But Claymore
I guess
grabs
mending
it.
wouldn't really work then.
Claymore grabs it and like holds on, and you hear like that creak of it, and it holds his weight. It does, however, always seem to be on a knife's edge as he takes his hand and starts to ascend the ladder, and she's all look up. We are at the point, just on the point. Well, next week we can pick up and start afresh here in Firefinger.
Yay.
Well,